Please, yeah.
Yeah. I also drew a little stick man sitting drinking coffee.
Oh my god, I didn't even
He's
notice
cool.
that.
That was you? Well done.
Honestly, didn't even. He was just such a part of the scenery. Didn't even.
All right, guys. We're live. Hoping everybody's feeling the anxiety.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. I'm sure glad that you guys are back for another round of Delta Green. It's always fun. And these are our this is the EU crew. These are our friends. Well, the EU crew and Lynas / Willy. And I'm gonna let everyone introduce themselves. Why don't we do it in order of who we see on Roll20 at the bottom? Because that is universal for everybody, with the exception for me, so I can lead us into our flashback.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah, you go first.
Hi, I'm NotIrish. I'm playing Beau. I'm really scared.
Such a strong personality. All right, next up.
It's really bad with people, okay?
Next up, after Irish.
Hi, I'm Outlawed. I'm playing Constance, and I'm pretty sure we're all gonna die soon.
It's not true.
Oh,
You guys are
I'm pretty
really-
sure we're all gonna die in a few sessions.
You guys are really,
Wow, you really think it's going to take that long?
really catastrophizing this, guys.
Look,
Alright.
I got robbed and I don't remember it. I'm kind of concerned.
Oh yeah, that did
About that.
happen.
Yeah, that did happen.
Man, wait till I talk about that later. That'll be fun.
Oh no.
Oh.
Next up.
Hi, I'm Ayianna, and I'm playing Sienna, and we're totally not all going to die. They're all being dramatic, and Lynas is being depressed, and oh my god. It's going to be fine.
Anxiety.
Man, I gotta be honest. Monument Studios, who creates the soundtracks, really did their work.
Yeah.
Because you guys are already freaked out, and I haven't even said anything yet.
I was freaked out before the music even started.
All right.
Dinner with another human. Oh.
Fine.
And last but not least.
Hello. I'm not doing voice because I'm sleepy right now. But
That's
I'm
okay.
Lynas, and I'm super depressed. Oh boy, big Sag. I'm
Big
a
Sag.
failure.
Can we have a? I'm gonna keep count this episode of how many times Lynas says he's a failure.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
That sounds fun. Do it in Twitch so we
No,
can all
I'm
see.
gonna have
Failure count? Okay.
Failure
Yeah.
count. Yeah, well, actually, we could do it right in Roll20. Failure count 1. Actually, you know what I could do? Even better. Every time he mentions it, I can add like a new token to his pog.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Okay. So let's go ahead and do a recap of our last session. You guys started out on top of the hill, conversing with your Delta Green agent, your handler, who has since told you that, given you an identity, a positive identification on the man who you found in the tape, followed by a quick conversation with Eric Hayes, who told you that he'd like to do dinner with you when the police sheriff actually got on his own phone, Eric's phone, and said, yeah, I look forward to talking with you all. That'll be real good. As that happened, you guys decided on a couple of things that needed to happen. One, you needed to get some testing done, some further testing done, as much as you could, on some of the samples that you have gathered. Sorry about that. And in addition to that, you got some feedback on the DNA sample that you originally got from Officer Jacobs. The sample essentially is that his cells are becoming something not human, something else entirely. You also got some, you also thought it would be wise to test the vaccine on Officer Jacobs' body, the vaccine that Lynas has since created, that he truly believed would work. And as he plunged the syringe into Officer Jacobs' body, it seemed to only exacerbate the symptoms, including a slight glowing that accompanied all of it. It was strange, to say the very least, and not what you thought would happen. Lynas is forced to kind of wrestle with all of this. He thought it would work. It did not work. It seems to have only exacerbated the symptoms. And furthermore, what would work? The bad news. Linus's failure has essentially caused him to go into a spiraling depression, where he is uncertain about his own abilities, even though he has correctly identified what route can be taken to halt, if not reverse, whatever the heck is going on. Something which he has communicated, albeit under his breath. I believe Constance has actually heard it, but it passes over her head because of her lack of medical knowledge and whether or not any of it is actually usable.
Because she was robbed and doesn't remember.
I heard it too, but
The other odd thing that happened is you're making your way out of the lab, out of the sheriff with the top hat. As you're making your way out of the lab, out of the area in which Officer Jacobs' body is, where all the testing you've been doing has been going on, something strange happens. Walking out of the building isn't a big deal. All of you are walking towards the car, while Beau, for whatever reason, gets the prickles on the back of her neck. Lynas is so consumed with whatever is going on, his failure, that he isn't really thinking clearly and is in his own little world. Beau turns around to see a man talking to both Sienna and Constance. They seem to be entirely focused on him. Beau is unable to really make out who it is at a distance. But that's all the time that is needed. For the man seems to be speaking to Constance and Sienna. Constance reaches into her backpack. She's not robbed. Grabs something and hands it off to the man, who takes it and immediately begins to walk away. A brief moment later, Beau, having witnessed all of this, goes towards Sienna and Constance, kind of shakes them out of whatever the heck is going on right there. And they seem to be entirely without memory of what just immediately happened. No idea that Constance reached into her bag. Sienna also defending this assertion as well. In fact, it seems like Beau is the only mad one, the only crazy person at this particular moment in time. However, and with that said, Beau takes off for the man, who she does see. But unfortunately, the man outruns her, disappearing into the streets of this Montana city, Helena. She runs back, assuring them something happened. She saw it happen. And they decide to go back into the coroner's office to see if there's actual security tape about what happened. Sure enough, and lucky enough, there is. And so, as a result, they see it. Constance and Sienna see a man who indeed was talking to them. Constance indeed grabs something out of her bag, gives it to this man who walks off. And unfortunately, because of a luck roll, you're unable to see his face. A branch obscuring that part of the camera. However, you were able to make one particular thing out from the video that may be of help, may be of use. And it's the fact, excuse me, and it's the fact that this person had a security badge for the Benthic company. A company that has been on your radar for a little bit now, having explored and stumbled across several things that are concerning about this company. Enough time has passed, though, that it is time for that dinner with Eric and the sheriff at a diner that Eric really likes. It is 7:30 p.m. and it's time for dinner. And that is where we will take it, my friends. You walk into the diner, a regular old diner like you'd see anywhere else, with people to and fro talking. You can hear the sounds of cooks in the back, people talking. Sheriff and Eric sitting over there in one of the booth seats, kind of raising their hand as if to indicate this is where we are. You can see a sheriff sitting there smiling. You are in the restaurant. How would you all like to proceed?
I want to leave and go home.
We're totally not all going to fit at that table, are we?
You will absolutely have to bring up a chair on the end.
I will bring up a chair.
All right. All of you walk on
Sweet,
over.
I like it.
Sheriff stands up, looking at you. Hello there. Well, I'm sure glad that you guys are all here. I think it's good for us to all sit down and have a nice chat about this investigation and how the police department might serve you. What do you guys say? What do you guys do?
Internally deciding how Constance is gonna act tonight. Is she just gonna shut up, or is she gonna be a bitch like she was to the news lady?
It's entirely up to you.
Because I'm not being funny, but all the police department have done is get in our way, so fuck off.
I want to hear what he's got to say, and also, why is
Yeah.
it? What's with all the planes?
What's with all the planes?
On the what?
Yeah, all
All the planes on the ceiling.
on the ceiling,
Oh,
on
yeah.
the counter. There's
Okay.
a hot air balloon in the window.
So when I was looking for a picture of like what I thought of as like your typical diner that you'd see for a movie, funny enough, the one that came up for this is actually a diner in the town that I live, and it's called the Airport Diner because it's at our little small private airport, and that's kind of their thing is they got planes everywhere.
Ah.
So there you go.
That's kind of cool.
Right? Yeah, I've been there like once
No,
or
I
twice.
didn't even
Decent
notice them
food.
last time, but I noticed the ones hanging from the ceiling, and I saw all the ones in the window.
So funny enough, I didn't even notice those until you pointed them out just now. And now I'm regretting the decision to use this image.
Aw.
This is also a diner next to an airport in Helena.
Oh, I wish I could hear of all the planes leaving the airport. Oh,
Well,
sorry, Sheriff.
I think we should all
What?
get some food and settle in, and I think it'd make for a real good dinner. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys like appetizers? I really like appetizers. How about you, guy? You look, the white hair. You like appetizers?
What kind of question is that?
Linus.
Linus. He seems to just be consumed with being sad right now. So I'll ask you guys, what appetizers would you guys like?
Nachos.
What would you suggest?
What do you recommend?
You know, this
Yeah.
is your local town. Apart from Beau, who wants nachos.
We can absolutely get nachos. This is a great choice. Waiter, waitress. Hello, Sheriff. Hey, we'd like some nachos. That'd be great. And so, get some nachos and please, this will be on the police department. Want to make certain we're taking care of our guests. And he smiles.
Can I get a muffin?
Yes, you can absolutely have a muffin. So, why don't you tell me a...
Why do we take Linus out in public?
Hey, he's
is why he
asking
stays
for food. The rest of you.
Like nachos.
So, why don't you tell me about this case of yours? I heard that you guys curious about some things and just thought we'd touch base.
Temptation to just be like, that's classified.
Right?
I know, right?
We're all working together towards the same thing of helping the fine people of Helena, aren't we?
Well, I thought we were.
What makes you think not? What makes you think not?
I don't know if you remember a conversation earlier where, you know, we were kind of discouraged from continuing our investigation.
Oh, you know, I think it's my estimation that, you know, what does some small company that's not even close to Helena have to do with us?
They have a lot of security for a small company.
Private people can make the decisions that they want to make.
No, you're definitely right.
I mean, unless we talk to them, we can't rule them out from our investigation. Having the home address of the employee we asked you about earlier would save us a lot of time.
You're talking about the, that's an obnoxious sound set for right now, so I'm just gonna skip that. I was like, wow, that sounds, I was like, that all sounds real cool, so we'll just go to this one.
There's anxiety and then there's that.
That was true crime. I was like, I'm gonna switch it up. But yeah, yeah, this is good. This feels like it sets the scene pretty good. So, what makes you think that Benthic is part of any of this anyway?
What makes you think they're not?
Well, aside from being absolutely nowhere near Officer Jacobs.
I mean, they're not that close to Helena. They're not that close to where Officer Jacobs lives, except the video you showed us, the footage, the body cam footage of when before he got sick. His last contact was very near to the Benthic company.
That's interesting coincidence you got there.
Coincidence? Why?
Just a coincidence.
More of a coincidence is the guy on that body cam footage that ran off into the forest is an employee of the Benthic company. It's him we want the address of. We want to know what he saw that day.
You want to know what that employee saw? In regards to Jacobs.
Yeah.
We also want to make sure that he's okay.
Huh. Well, could be that I could talk to Benthic on your behalf and check up on this employee. After all, we are working together, aren't we?
Absolutely. But, I mean, we wouldn't want to take the time up. You know, you're taking time out of your day to buy us dinner.
Oh,
Mum's going to be a lot more rude.
well, you know how it is. You're the FBI. Got to make certain that we're taking care of people. Show them that we're being hospitable.
So, since we're working together, what do you have to bring to the table? Just, wondering.
Well, we've got the entire Sheriff's Department for Lewis and Clarks County, for starters, and I don't think it's a matter of if. I think it's a matter that we currently are.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what information you might have, or stopping us from. Yeah, all you've done so far is kind of discouraged us to talk to someone. So, I don't know.
Well, just saying, people can have their own private lives. And, we don't need to really get into that. By the way, I would like to remind you guys that if at any point in time you'd like to try and figure out what somebody's saying, kind of behind the scenes, you can always roll for that.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Because I think he knows more than he's letting on.
I kind of do, and a part of me also just thinks he's dumb.
And also, we haven't had
It
dinner
smells
yet.
like he's
buying,
being paid off.
know?
It doesn't hurt to do an insight check,
Yeah, we don't necessarily have to act on it.
Come on, roll low.
I was already rolling on your side.
Yeah, you're not really. I mean, he just seems like
I just don't like him.
He's just a fine public servant who cares about the community.
Okay, that's
Oh
not
my
what I think about
fucking
him at
god.
all.
Yeah, no, we just... Yeah.
Look, we're all on the same page. We're all trying to work on the same things, and that's what's important. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Benthic on y'all's behalf, and we'll get it all sorted out.
We would... If you can't get us in there to speak to them ourselves, we'd like to be present for that conversation, please.
Well, you know what? I think I think we might be able to work towards something like that. It is a bit after hours, though, so maybe tomorrow morning, come on over to the police station and we can all have we can either, we'll give them a call all together, be on that same call, so that way you can hear them for yourselves.
I'd rather it be in person.
And, given the situation, the rather quick and suspicious death of Deputy Jacobs and the coroner being sick, I'd prefer it's tonight rather than the morning. I don't know if we can wait till the morning.
Interesting. Deputy Hayes, I don't know if you heard, and Deputy Hayes kind of looks up at him. come to my attention that with FBI working in Helena, I think the public would want to know what's going on here, especially as it regards to some of the people who work on all of this. I think we should get the news involved. What do you guys think?
No. The
I'm
news
just gonna-
just panics people.
Yeah, and look at him and say, I'm sure the news would be extremely interested to know that the local sheriff's department are hindering the FBI in their investigation.
Oh, imagine the headlines. The sheriff's department covers up death of deputy.
Yeah.
Interesting, because, well, are you trying to roll anything for that? Like intimidating him?
I'm scared.
Maybe.
If you want to, you absolutely can try to intimidate him.
What would that come under?
Persuade?
Persuade, I guess?
Yeah, I guess persuade.
Hell yeah.
This is good. Oh, it was so close.
What the fuck? Seriously? It's gonna be one of those.
Can I try to since I spoke?
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be so bad. Oh god.
That's it. All I'm
with
saying
all
from
these
now on is
failures
it's
today?
classified. Fuck this.
Yeah.
I hate this guy.
I think that the local police department. I imagine he's eating nuts just like me because it's kind of obnoxious.
Yeah.
Which is part of the reason I'm doing it. I imagine that public would be pleased to hear about the police department who has submitted one of their own to help the FBI in the local investigation of one of our own that's fallen. So, no, you know what, Eric? Why don't we go ahead and get some of those folks? We can get them. We can give them some information about these fine people right here, so that way they can come and ask some questions, and to keep abreast of the
If you're trying to
investigation.
threaten us with bringing the news in, already dealing with that, so try again.
I'm
I
not.
thought
I'm
we
not
were on the
threatening
same
you with.
side here.
I'm not
I thought
threatening you
you
with
wanted
You
to
are
anything.
doing
help
nothing but get in the way right now.
I want to make certain that the fine people of Helena are aware of what's going on,
Why?
because that's what good public servants do. And he smiles. They make
Do
certain that they are
you-
aware of.
Do you want to cause mass panic?
Yeah, did you just close, all the details of every case you work on? Do you even know what's going on here? You know? Or are you just gonna cause
You can't give information if you don't have any.
See, that's exactly what I'm saying. And I think it would behoove both of us. And then he smiles again, to trust one another in these trying times.
Well, you know what would be a really good extension of trust? Giving us the address for
Trusting
McCaslan.
us. Yeah. You're not showing much trust for us. Do you know what might be helpful, actually? Maybe, rather than having this conversation here, why don't you come over and see the coroner and ask him how he feels about
What's
you
your
hindering us in our investigation?
Why do you like this, Sienna?
Do you want me to... you want me to
Yes, I
come-
want him to die.
You're also gonna kill like 7 other people in the process. What the fuck?
Nah.
Why is
Cares.
that
No,
like
I don't think he will. I think he knows a lot more than he's letting.
You want me to come talk to the coroner? Why do you want me to come talk to him? Thought you guys had already talked to him.
We have. And as Deputy Hayes here will tell you, he's not doing too well at the moment. We want to help him. We want to make sure that, or try and make sure that he doesn't die like Deputy Jacobs did. Do you want to help us do that? Or do you want to get in our way?
I'm sorry. Die like Deputy Jacobs did. I don't know how somebody can be infected with heavy metal poisoning.
And that's what we're trying to find out.
You know, you're a law enforcement officer. We're just around to try and help people. There's a great deal of angry people in the area that maybe don't like law enforcement. And there is a small chance that maybe someone is passing around a little bug. And we're trying to get to the bottom of that. So I started choking while I was talking there, and I couldn't decide what to say. I need a drink.
We're just trying to help.
Well, I think that the food's arrived. We should have a bite to eat. And I imagine there's these nachos and Linus's muffin, and you're all eating it while looking at each other very warily.
I'm gonna give Eric a really extra disappointing look.
Hey, Eric?
Yeah, you know, he seemed all for helping us, and now the sheriff's just like, oh, and now he's a little puppy dog. What's that about? Get your flag out again, dude. Come on.
Your flag?
Yeah, little Eric Hayes and his little flag that follows him everywhere he goes.
Oh.
The flagpole looks like between his butt cheeks.
I forgot about that.
That flag is barely waving in the wind right now, you know?
No, it definitely isn't. He looks at you and he just kind of shrugs, what the hell am I supposed to do? Is kind of the look that he gives you. Well, look, I think we've got a pretty good handle on things right now. As you said, it seems like we don't have enough information to go to the press, and should we might want to consider that. Kind of gives you a nod. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and give the Benthic Corporation a call, or we'll call them tomorrow, and I think also, I think it'd be good for me to touch base with the local FBI just to inform them of y'all's progress, and that you guys have touched down and we're working together.
And yet it seems very much like we're not working together here because you're not listening to a word we're saying. You're not helping us.
We've trusted you. We let Eric come with us to help us. Give us the chance. Give us the arrest. We've put trust in you, now put trust in us.
I'm just saying you're asking me to give you the address of a private citizen without a warrant. And it's very important we follow the law. That is what we do as the police, is it not?
That's why we asked you, rather than, we asked you because we wanted you to work with us. We wanted to trust in the law.
What is this about the call?
Give us that information.
Because I don't go around handing people's addresses out willy-nilly.
I totally get that, and I could understand that if you were just handing people's addresses out willy-nilly, but you are working with the FBI. Consultants. Whatever we are. I don't know what we are. I don't care. But
you're working with the FBI.
Ish. Yeah.
Consultants.
Ish.
You're working with the FBI adjacent people.
Hey, the FB doesn't just eye on its own,
My wife and I.
Can I get another muffin, please?
Yeah, get this boy another muffin. So, my wife and I, when we were on our honeymoon, there was this Radio Shack, which I don't know if you guys have those in the UK. Do you?
No.
No.
They are little kind of like hobby shop stores that usually provide ingredients and pieces for hobby enthusiasts that do various things, whether it's like crafting something electrical or mechanical, or they've got like little bulbs.
They don't just sell radios.
They don't just sell radios. Essentially, best way to put it is like they sell like every single piece that a radio could come in, but disassembled, like just the pieces. And so anyway, my wife and I went there a few times until finally, I think it was like the third time we went there, we saw it and it said Radio Shack. And then underneath it, just in very small print, it said authorized dealer. It wasn't an actual Radio Shack store. And it had FBI consultants. Just kind of reminded me of that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, he looks at you and what's this about the coroner you keep telling me about?
Why don't you ask Deputy?
Can
Hayes?
Beau talk instead? Can Sienna just stop talking? Like, what the heck is this?
What?
What?
Why do you
She's
go
contributing.
out?
I'm just gonna
House
go
and
sit
get
in the corner
sick.
with Lynas.
Why don't you get infected and die?
Hey, I didn't say that.
I mean, you didn't say out loud.
But, you know.
Yeah, no, boss. The coroner's real sick, and they seem to think that it had something to do with Jacobs. That maybe he's infected with something, or I don't know. Is that true? And he looks at you guys. Is that true?
Beau is just kind of like staring him down a little.
I like it. I wish there was like an intimidate skill, but I don't think there is.
Can it be alertness? Because I'm really good at that.
You've witnessed the things that he's scared of.
You
Mind
like
it,
your
he's-
eyes get really wide as you're trying to be very alertful, maybe twitching one of them.
I mean, that would be scary.
That would be scary. I will. I don't know about alertness. I am open to utilizing other skills to be intimidating, though. But you'll have to utilize one of those skills in such a way that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Just talk about how
Yeah.
good you are at shooting things. When I hunt deer, I cover myself in so much urine. Oh,
Oh my god.
Ew.
Okay.
Maybe strength? No? No.
Do you kind of posturing yourself in a way?
Bo's just sat there flexing.
I don't know. I'm looking for all the skills and I'm just trying to figure out what would make sense.
You guys got directions to the gun show.
Oh my gosh. Strength kind of makes sense. I would allow that.
Shall I try strength? Shall I try? Ooh.
You're not saying anything. You're just, because you said you're just glaring, so you're
Yeah, I'm
glaring
just-
strongly.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can I glare intelligently at them and make them
God dang it. Can you glare intelligently? Why don't you describe what we're seeing from Beau then?
She's literally just like hands under the table on her knees and just staring at him. Just glaring right at him, like right in the eye.
Okay. All right, so I'll swing on by tomorrow. Take a look at this corridor. Deal? We'll take care of this
Just,
tomorrow.
We should
just wearing
probably be
a
there
mask
when he
and
does.
stuff.
I think we should be there when you do.
That's fine.
Hey, we've still got the keys for the place, haven't we?
Yes.
Do you want to do it before or after the phone call?
Well, I'd much rather have that meeting in person.
It's hard to get into Benthic.
I'm sure you can get hold of one person.
Anyone could do it. It's the charming police department of Lewis and Clark County.
I'm saying I can definitely get a hold of them via the phone.
Get hold of them on the phone. Tell them we want an in-face meeting.
All right. So we'll meet at the coroner's office and then go to the police department. All right.
I think that's the best way to do it.
Wait, coroner's office or house?
Okay.
House.
He stands up, like, puts a couple bills on the table to pay for the meal. Looks at you, kind of like, and look forward to that meeting. And then kind of like calls to somebody behind kind of that bar area and is like, "Hey, Harry, take care of these fine people. All right? Sounds good, Sheriff." And he gives y'all a nod before leaving.
Was he eating the nachos as well?
Oh, yeah. He totally was eating the
Okay.
nachos.
Just making sure. Paranoid Beau over here.
So he leaves. Eric is still there, and he's like, "Whew. Well, I think we should eat. Like, get some real dinner."
This guy is so obsessed with food.
Meatloaf's good. Here. Steak. Oh, no, you don't want steak from a diner. Meatloaf's good. Yeah, pretty good chicken meal. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Sure.
Great.
I'm gonna push away the chair and sit next to Eric.
Say what?
I'm gonna push away the chair and sit next to Eric.
You're gonna... Oh, okay, got it. He's gone. I can get rid of the sheriff. So after the sheriff leaves, there's just a floating top hat in his place.
Oh, it's on my head. Let me move me. Hang on. Fuck! No! Shit! No!
Another week of it happening. Amazing. Somehow Candace is larger than everyone else.
Yeah, I know. It's huge.
All right. Is Lynas just sitting with the guy behind them?
That is Lynas.
Just depressively drinking their coffee together.
I want another muffin. I'm a failure.
All right. So, assuming you guys take 45 minutes, if you don't have anything to say to Eric, we don't have to go through any of that. But
Okay, sit in silence for 45 minutes.
sit in silence for 45 minutes. He talks about hunting and food the entire time, just kind of talking.
The usual.
How does Eric seem though? Does he seem like he...
Hold on. Hold on.
That's a great question. You can roll for that.
How does Eric see?
That's a very good question. Eric seems essentially that he has been intimidated. Keep in mind, he doesn't know everything that you guys know. You guys haven't told him everything. For all he knows, he's investigating Officer Jacob's death. You guys have a possible lead that's maybe of biological origin in which people can be infected. Other than that, you guys have kind of kept him in the dark about everything.
Just the way we like it.
And he knows that there's also, but so yeah, he seems like he's been intimidated, and that he's a bit nervous and anxious as a result.
Good. Right, now let's exploit this.
Yeah, now it's just us here. What do you know about Benthic?
He's already answered that question before.
What do I know about Benthic?
Yeah, we asked. That was like one of the first conversations we had.
I don't know much about it. I know that they, some pharmaceutical thing, and they do tests or experiment. I mean, you have to if you're a pharmaceutical company, right? Research and all that. But other than that, nothing much. I do know that when I brought it up, the sheriff was visibly startled.
Do you know why that would be?
I don't. I do know that there's all kinds of politics at the department that are obnoxious as hell. And I'm pretty much where I'm going to be as long as things are the way they are.
Yeah, no. I just wish nothing bad comes of this, because I just want to help that poor coroner,
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to get home and we'll reconvene tomorrow. Sound like a plan?
Sounds good.
All right. And so Eric will leave, officially making it just you four.
It's like, well, I'm not saying this, but like the sheriff is 100% calling Benthic like tonight.
Probably.
Like you can tell he's gonna be like, these British people are on your tail. I don't like him. I hate him so much.
So should we head down to Benthic tonight and just,
Well, I was
watch the entrance from a distance?
I was gonna say, maybe it's not too far away. Could take a drive down there and see if anyone happens to be leaving work. Driving down and.
You know
if
what?
The sheriff is acting like that. Maybe someone working there is also a little bit shook up.
That was something I entirely left out of the recap. You guys did something else last week. You went to the pit.
Oh, yeah.
And you found out information from the guy there that Benthic has been working with him on some detail, and they're working and doing something in the lake.
Should we go to the pit and see if they're there tonight?
So, anyway,
the guy was going to give us a call.
Yeah, we gave him a number.
Oh, you're right. I mean, we could go in that direction.
But if
see
we're
if there's
over
anyone,
that way, yeah, exactly.
Leaving work kind of thing, and if he happens to call, then we can get there super fast. It's not too late, if we go up there to see if there's anyone around, a couple hours, and then call it a night.
Set up surveillance, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have surveillance stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
I have night vision goggles.
I have an exceeding knowledge of Latin.
Can we pick up a phone before we go so we've actually got reception out there? Because
I thought we did that before we went to dinner, and then we skipped a bit. So
we didn't.
So you're saying that you would
go to a store.
Yeah, so you guys are saying that after dinner you'd like to go to a store and get a phone that you could utilize that might have like service.
Yeah, AT&T.
Sure. Cool. So it's about
so we can play on the phone while we,
Yeah, so you can play games. You got to get those. You got to get those scores up. So you go to the AT&T store, Roll me a luck check to see if they're still open, because it's 8:30.
Oh boy.
And it's a
Who's
weekday.
rolling?
And it's not a huge town.
Is anyone rolling, or do you want me to?
You do it.
You can do it.
Okay.
They are
No,
not.
don't do it.
They're not open. If only you had taken care of that earlier.
Well, they said it, but then we went and the time skip to dinner. I was like, well, it's fine.
Oh, did you say it? Because if you did,
No,
then...
it was like last session, and I wanted to go to a store, like either on the way to the diner or the way back from when we were at the coroner's office. But it's cool. We can deal with it.
All right.
Of course,
All right.
we're not gonna, receive any calls from that guy if we're out there. Then
It is 8:30 p.m. You are in the city of Helena. What are you guys doing next? There's conversation about the pit. There's conversation about maybe going to actually visit
loitering outside, not outside. Benthic,
loiter
but, like,
loiter
nearby.
outside Benthic. Now none of these drawings make sense now that I've...
I know
There's a man in
it
the
was-
tree.
It's a man
I
in
know
the
it was
street.
like kind of sort of. I don't know. It seems like it was a pretty. Not a busy road where like Benthic and where that video was and where the pit, like leading up to the pit, where the EPA was when you guys were out there.
Mhm.
I'm assuming it's quite like a quiet, not a super busy road.
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, it's an option. It's up to you guys.
How are you feeling, Willie? What are you thinking? Or how about you, Irish?
I really don't know. It's kind of like a coin toss to me. I don't really care where we go.
There is also the option of just going to sleep.
There is also that.
Look, this sheriff guy is gonna call them tonight. We're running out of time when it comes to Benthic.
I know. I'm just saying that you have the opportunity to rest because rest
yeah,
is
true.
something that is important in the game.
It's only 8:30.
So, next steps.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to literally set a timer on my phone. It is going to be for 2 minutes. No, I'll give
God.
you 3 minutes to discuss and
Anxiety.
make the decision. If there is no such decision, I'm just going to send you guys to bed like I would my own children.
Wow.
Ready,
Gotta make a decision.
set, 3 minutes starts now for you to discuss and make your decision.
Where you want to go?
I don't want to go to bed yet.
It's too early.
Okay.
So, like, going to either location is going to be really bad for phone connection.
Yeah, well, that
Yeah.
was my other suggestion, is the fact that if we do go just generally anywhere, we're not going to get a phone call from that guy if they have
Yeah.
to turn up to the pit. So maybe going to the pit might be an idea. And, take the scenic route and swing by a bit of that road. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm assuming if it's the pit, then they're gonna
Sheriff
be there for a
contacts
while,
Benthic and
and
they
it's gonna
try
be
and sort
dark.
of clear out anything.
Yeah, that's what I want to kind of look and see if there's any
Yeah. See if they're evacuating.
high
anything
traffic
or
in the area that seems like they're trying to clear
doing
things
dodgy
out.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm hearing, and I'm pausing this because I'm talking and not you guys discussing. What I'm hearing is from you guys the idea of going to the pit to see if Benthic is kind of operating at night there, or doing essentially a stakeout around Benthic, the actual corporation, to see if maybe they are taking some type of action because they have possibly heard from the sheriff, and you want to see if there's any action being taken as a result of that.
That's a really good call, actually, yeah.
The third option would be splitting up, but if one of us, essentially, if one car went to the pit, saw there's nothing there, then caught up with the other car, that's more... There's just more to get spotted, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the pit's kind of on the way anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, feasibly, we could drive past the pit,
Yeah.
right, and then carry on. Probably end up double backing, but I don't know, stake out for a short amount of time.
I don't know if I made this clear. So in the event I have not, I do want to make it clear. Well, let me double check here. Let me see what the site manager said, just to be certain here.
If they like totally opposite direction.
Okay. At one point, Jesus would have mentioned to you guys that he saw Benthic come out late at night with underwater hazmat suits.
Yeah. 2 scientists and a bunch of guys. That's what I've written down.
Yes.
Once a week. Oh, that's what he was suggesting.
And you want to know what? Let's go ahead and do it. I don't think I rolled for it last time, and it's not clear. So I'm going to roll a D7. And what that D7 is going to determine is what day that they are coming.
What day are we on right now?
What day? Yeah, I'm sorry. That'll be the day that we are on. Just so that way we can be doing everything by the book. All right. So you guys are on day, before I roll this, you guys are on day, your Wednesday, March 8th.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm just assuming Sunday is 1, Monday is 2, so on and so forth. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So that would put it on Thursday is when they came last week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, no. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, Thursday. They came on Thursday. It is currently Wednesday. It seems like, from what you can understand from Jesus, they were coming out at least once a week on Thursday evening.
But if they catch wind of any kind of investigation towards them, they probably wouldn't go tomorrow.
And they might be rolling stuff out of Benthic tonight. If they get it.
Yeah, I'm super wary of that being a possibility.
I'm going to restart the timer in the interest of us moving along. The timer, by the way, I'm not intending to be a jerk. It's just sometimes we can get stuck in analysis paralysis, and it's good to just make a decision. So 1 minute, 52 seconds left. Go.
How since it's the way is the pit from Benthic? I don't remember. I know we had a map, but
the pit wasn't that far outside town, was it?
No.
It was not, actually.
And it was on the way out towards where Benthic is.
We still could feasibly...
Yeah.
But if they get a tip-off from the sheriff, they won't be going out there tonight. They'll be sorting stuff out at Benthic.
On the off chance they are, and we happen to catch someone, that would be pretty sick.
I marked where the pit is, roughly.
Okay. I mean, if you guys want to go straight to Benthic, try and stake out for a couple hours, and then go back, go home, rest. That's cool too.
Yeah,
I don't mind.
Cool.
Yeah, you want to skip the pit?
Because if they leave with a bunch of guys anyway, we'll be able to see it.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless they've got a secret way out of Benthic.
All right, so what I'm hearing from you guys is that you are leaning towards staking out Benthic together.
Yeah.
Correct?
Willie, do you have any? What do you think?
I'm okay with anything.
To
Do-
Benthic.
Yeah, I'll be right back though.
Yeah, I need to get my clothes out the dryer real quick.
All right. I'm going to operate under the assumption you guys are heading towards Benthic.
Yeah. Don't head home so I can hear stuff, but yeah, I'll be right back.
Sure. The timer just went off with the most pleasant sound. Oh, that's fun. There we go. I'm using the world clock function on my phone, which immediately tells me the time in 3 cities, and so I chose one in my time zone, Willie's time zone, and London.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, so it's easy to tell now. 6 hours from me. Cool. All right. So, I did the Irish thing, and I accidentally marked the map. She is not the only one. Okay.
Lynas wouldn't be in the front of the car. He's too much of a failure.
Wow.
Failure.
He just likes like whimpering in the back seat. That was number 2. You're in a car.
I'm trying to draw a car.
Stop being bearing.
A car with floating wheels.
Ooh.
All right, so we're just waiting on Irish, correct?
Yes. Lynas is in the fucking boot.
He's in the trunk.
I'm drunk.
No.
Sitting on the very back.
Oh, okay, he's sitting in the very back. That tracks.
Yeah, in the boot.
Oh, is that what it's called? Is with the back
For
of
us,
a...
yeah.
It's interesting.
I'll be
I
right
was
back.
unaware. Sure.
The trunk, I guess.
The trunk.
We call it the boot.
The group that I like to follow. By the way, if you really like Delta Green, there is a group that I follow, and they do actual play podcasts of this game, and they're very fun. They are called the Glass Cannon Podcast, and their Delta Green game they call Get in the Trunk. Like a Delta Green agent is telling somebody, get in the trunk, you know? And it's very fun. They're not too serious, but they're a lot of fun. So I just want to plug them because they're the ones from whom I heard this game about. Okay, you guys, and Willie's out as well for a moment. Staggering.
My clothes are still damp, so they weren't done.
How do you guys feel about Sean Connery in the UK?
Don't really have an opinion.
Okay. And James Bond. How do you guys feel about James Bond in the UK?
Casino
I mean,
Royale's my favorite.
The UK in general probably like him. I don't care.
That's fair.
As in you're dismissive of him, or as in you just have no real opinion?
I don't watch James Bond. I don't find
Sure. So the big thing that I'm getting is that Outlaw hates the UK.
Oh my god, I hate it so much. Who
Don't
would
like
even
Harry Potter.
live here?
Can't
You don't
stand
like-
Harry Potter?
You
Yeah,
can't stand
I
Harry
don't know.
Potter?
No.
Again, ambivalent on Harry Potter. Like it exists.
Harry Potter was my big push into reading in middle school. I remember the first 3 books were out and I was addicted.
Here.
All right, Willie's back, so let's do this.
Woo.
You all jump in your car. As you can see that I've expertly drawn into Roll20. And make your way towards roughly about where you remember where the Benthic company was. And you remember that you needed to actually walk off the... that's a pretty quiet road. Montana on the whole is very unpopulated. So there's not like a strong chance you're going to be seen or anything. Are you just parking on the side of this highway, or are you hiding the vehicle? What are you guys doing?
You'd rather find somewhere to not hide it, but make it look like so it's not as suspicious as just a car on the side of the road.
Out of interest, is there no road access to Benthic? Like, how do they get stuff in and out?
Yeah, because
There
where we were
is.
before was just a gap in the trees. You could see through the fence, right?
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys recall, but in that same session when you found Benthic, I did specify that there was a very elaborate private gate. And you'd be able to essentially get that gate leads to Benthic. Fair enough?
Yeah.
Now with that said, how you guys decide to park and all that is your choice. If you want to park in York and hoof it, that's something you can do as well, although it'll be a bit of a walk and it'll eat up a bunch of time. If you just kind of want to drive off road a little bit and try and kind of obscure it in the trees, that's an option as well. You guys tell me what you want to do.
Yeah, I think putting it. I don't want to walk there in case we get in case we get a little bit of service, and we get that call.
Yeah.
But I think I'd rather just put it off off the road, not in sight of so it's not on the road, but it's kind of off in the trees a bit. If I
Sure.
could find a little clearing.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that. I'll allow it. Oh, is that why you couldn't? Why can't I grab that? That's obnoxious. All right, so go ahead and roll me. What skill are you utilizing to hide the vehicle? Because there's got to be a skill check associated with it. That's the rules. It's the rules. Survival.
I would like
stealth?
to use alertness.
How alert?
You know,
can you see the car after you've hidden?
Yeah, exactly. Can you see the car as you walk by?
I kind of get it.
First off, you're a turd. Secondly, I do follow the logic that you're utilizing. So
I
here's what
totally thought she was going to use swimming again.
Here's what I'm going to say. You can use stealth or survival with a plus 20% bonus from you utilizing your alertness.
Well, my survival is higher than my stealth.
Okay. Go
by
ahead and
like
use.
3 points.
All right. So go ahead and use survival and give yourself a 20% bonus.
Oh, come on, roll low.
Come on, Irish.
Can we and like try and make it a little bit more hidden because apparently Beau sucks.
That's literally the opposite number. That is your score in that.
No.
Can I roll a 69?
You
It's really close.
I need to make myself a check real quick.
For some strange reason, Beau decides to park the car under a lamppost.
Okay. You you kind of like ride it off the road a little bit and try and cover it with some
Just one leaf.
like a couple of branches and the like.
Throw a few glow sticks on there just so you know,
Yeah.
measure so we don't lose
You feel
it.
pretty good that it's hidden.
Good
Don't
job,
like
Beau.
that.
All right. So you guys are there. Now, so now walk me through what you guys are doing. You're just going up to the fence and you're just observing for X amount of hours? Or you know, walk me through the steps. Walk me through the actions you're taking.
Is there somewhere we can get to either in, you know, concealed by the forest or up on a hill or something so that we can watch the way in and out of Benthic and stuff, but not be like right outside the fence, you know, peering in at very noticeable.
I'll tell you what. There are some tall trees around you. You could definitely get up high on one of them.
Absolutely.
Ooh, climb? Hell yeah.
Oh god.
I'm fine. I'm staying overground.
I want to climb. Can I climb in a tree and hide?
Absolutely.
Can I use my alertness to climb a tree?
No, actually, I can use my athletics for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could.
You can use your athletics to climb into the tree. Your alertness will be not super helpful here.
Damn.
Yeah.
Irish.
Where was that roll before?
Irish is a spider
Athletics
monkey.
suck.
She climbs up into the tree very high. And she forgets that she forgot to grab any of her surveillance gear, so she climbs back down.
I don't have anything.
You give her...
Does.
You give... Yeah, I know. Sienna, do you let her use your surveillance gear? Do you go up
Yeah,
there
'cause I'm
with
not
her?
climbing up no.
Oh, come on.
I'm
Give it a go.
I'm not very athletic. I'll
Alright, so-
probably fall out the tree
and
and
the-
break my neck.
In the interest so that you can all see then, here's what we're going to do. You essentially have like a wireless camera connected to a laptop you have. And you ask Irish to wear it.
Okay.
And she does, and it's like a little GoPro, like on her chest. And you guys can see her like, you know, you're just kind of like watching on the laptop, all kind of like looking around, and you can see her climbing up into the tree and just kind of looking out over everything. Let's talk time. How long are you guys staying here?
What time
Just-
is it now?
It is, let's see, you left at about 8:30. It's probably 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. So it is late.
Took a long time to get out here.
I'm counting the time as like travel, stopping, hiding the vehicle, you know, approximately finding where Benthic is, climbing up into the tree, getting it all going. Honestly, I think I'm being generous. It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
It is 10 o'clock, and you begin looking.
Oh, wow.
So let's talk time. How long are you guys staying out there?
I'm down to stay as long as you can. Before people start, you know, getting real sleepy.
Okay.
Yeah, we can always kind of take turns at the bottom of the tree or around there, just having a bit of a snooze.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. So here's what you guys notice. It is like about 2 a.m. when you do see a truck kind of come up to the back entrance, and you see what appears to be some type of scientist in kind of like a long white, lab coat type thing, handing some things over to what appears to be like an armored security truck. I imagine you even saw the armored security truck kind of like coming up the road, going into so on and so forth, backing up. You see security guards every now and then looking throughout the property, just keeping an eye on things. But around 2 a.m. is when this truck actually pulls up, comes on in, backs up, and they kind of start loading some things onto this truck. Including just bags, like garbage bags. They're there for about... Now, is there anything you'd like to do, or do you just want to continue to observe?
Is there anything I can get, like, details on? Is there anything, like, that we can see, maybe?
I mean, if you have binoculars, you can maybe try and get a closer look.
Got the surveillance thing.
Yeah. I don't know if you can get a... here, I can do this for you. The vehicle itself is unmarked. You can't get anything off of that. The security guard's not a ton there. But what you do notice is... Here we go. It is a woman. As the other scientist. You notice as she's kind of there, there's a moment that she, as all of this is kind of going on, that her body kind of like, you kind of see this, and then as she's kind of like handing things off, and then eventually she disappears back into the big building. The vehicle isn't there 10-15 minutes before it begins to leave.
I really want to follow that truck.
I kind of do. But it's like they're gonna notice if something's following them.
But it's military driving experience. Like, it'll be fine.
How do you guys want to proceed? It is, again, 2:15 a.m.
Hey!
I want to follow the truck. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I want to know where they're taking.
Like, at a
stuff from
distance. Follow them at a distance.
Lynas, what were you saying?
Nothing.
You just yelled, hey?
I was
was
yelling
it
at Nova.
the dogs? Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Beau, give me an athletics check as you scamper down in a hurry.
Oh no.
Don't fall down the drain.
Be careful.
This is where I fall and break my leg.
Oh,
She scampers down like a
tense.
spider monkey. Coming on down, gets into the vehicle. Who is driving? Because we will be utilizing their drive score.
I could drive.
You can drive?
Yeah, mine is literally 20, so.
Mine's at 40.
Okay, we could follow this for a while, but the first thing we're doing the second we have a breather or lose it is get you some fucking coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a nap or something. You can sleep in the back and I'll drive home. I whatever.
First, I need to get my dice out.
Uh-oh, he's getting dice.
I got
Secondly-
cigarettes.
I need to roll some things. You begin to pull out and follow this vehicle. First things first.
Take the branches away.
Oh my gosh, I rolled an 86. That was for their alertness check to see if they noticed your very poorly hidden vehicle. So that is the worst thing that can happen for them, which means they don't see you. They don't realize it. Your stealth actually worked.
Oh my god.
So that's
Good job. Hang on. Did we manage to find the car again? Because it was so well hidden.
yes. You guys were able to roll as well as you could. Okay, so yeah, no, you all get into the vehicle. Lights on or off?
Off.
Yeah. Well,
Oh shit.
Okay. All right. So.
Got my night vision goggles so I can see.
Oh shit, that's true. Are you gonna wear your night vision goggles while you drive?
Oh yeah, I am.
Oh my god, this might actually work. Okay, cool. You begin to drive in the distance. Go ahead and roll me a drive check.
Come on, Beau.
Oh, come on. Roll low. Hey, I did it.
Okay.
This is so tense every single time you roll.
I know.
All right. Let's go ahead and get on something different here. Give me a second here. I like Delta Green because like the rolls are real impactful. Okay. They are driving back towards Helena. You know, because it's a route that you guys have driven several times now. On the whole, like, they didn't notice you. And eventually you get on the interstate where there's some more vehicles and you can see their car in the distance. And I'm certain you turn your lights on there. And you're able to track them. And as they make their way back into Helena, now we're going to roll some more alertness checks. So first off, let me roll their alertness. And why don't you roll me your stealth as you're just kind of trying to...
Stealth? Oh no!
What are you trying to... What are you... Okay, you can use drive if you're trying to keep the vehicle like back far enough that you're tailing them without them noticing.
Okay, I'll use drive because my stealth is really bad.
Sure.
Oh, come on, real low. Come on! Ah! Ah!
Wow, this is very interesting because...
Wait, where's she roll? My roll 20 closed. Oh.
Okay. It's night, so it's not too terribly difficult. But you kind of lose them a bit around a corner. Or they're kind of getting farther away. Now, so I imagine they're like kind of like getting ready to like get off on an exit to go into Helena. But you're kind of in back of some other vehicles that have kind of gotten in your way. So eventually you kind of get past that vehicle and you realize you don't know where they went. You know that it was like one exit back? So you can choose to like double back and go around or try and find an entirely different way to try and get there or cut them off, or what are you going to do?
I just wanted to follow them, see where they went.
Okay. So they did get off on a recent exit.
Okay.
But unfortunately you got... So yeah, like, so okay, so here's how I imagine it happens. You're on the interstate, right? And you guys are driving. That's what we call it here in the States, is the big highways or the interstate.
You're
And
talking about driving. That's what we call it in the States.
I know it's hard for you in the UK to understand our American lingo of driving. I don't know what crazy UK word you have for it, but for us, it's called
Yeah,
driving.
no, we don't call it that. We call it
Speeding.
driving.
We call it speeding.
Speeding. So, okay, you guys can see my webcam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some props to help me. All right, so here's you guys, the cell phone, and here's the car you're following, the Xbox controller.
It's no wonder they didn't see us. Look at that stealthy profile of our car.
Right. You're driving, and essentially, like you're, but you're a lot farther back because you're tailing him. And so what eventually happens is you get a third vehicle that kind of comes in, like a big kind of like truck that kind of gets in between you and the other vehicle.
Yeah, like
Right.
a lorry or something.
Something like that, yeah. Okay, that is a UK word. I actually have no idea that you're referring to.
Lorry's
is
like
it?
like an 18-wheeler kind of.
Yes, yeah, an 18-wheeler, exactly.
A big truck.
Yeah, so it gets in your way. You're trying to kind of like look past it. You can't know what's going on. And so I imagine what's happening is you're trying to kind of get an idea. It gets off on the exit. And as the vehicle continues, the lorry continues to drive on by, you catch like the barest hint of it getting off on the exit,
Right, okay.
but you have already passed the exit. Because your driving score failed. So that is kind of what you see. I hope that kind of helps to kind of clarify it. What are you doing as a result of this?
Is that the only exit?
There are other exits, but like the next one's not for a mile.
Right. What do you guys think?
Lost Outlaw.
Oh.
And she's
Welcome
back.
Oh my god, I swear, anytime I'm on Discord for an extended period of time, it's like, oh, this is a really good time to update Discord.
Yeah, there you go.
So what are we doing?
So what are you
We
doing?
lost the truck because it went down like an off ramp.
Yeah, I know the Xbox controller and the phone thing.
Yeah.
That was about the last thing I had.
So we're trying to decide what we're gonna do. We could
Are you
either
gonna-
double back.
If we've got a good idea that they were heading towards Helena, especially if they took an exit.
So this is an exit
I mean, could we
into.
feasibly head off the next exit and try and...
So yes,
the
you
next
can.
exit isn't for like a mile though.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how things work. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah, generally, that's just how it works. Is about usually every
Yeah.
mile there's an exit. So at this point in time, you saw them get off on an exit into kind of like an area of Helena. You know that eventually you'll be able to turn around, but it's not for so long. Other possible options that you have. I mean, the interstate, this particular doesn't have like a guard up against it, so you could try and just like go off road. But at that point in time, you probably would definitely reveal yourselves. But that is an option. Another option is to just go the extra mile, turn around, try and come back. Right. Another option is to hit the next one and just try and navigate to where you think they might be going.
I think they might be going to the pit.
Ooh.
Have we already gone past where the pit is?
That is a great question, and the answer is yes.
Oh, okay.
Although
that was really good
that was
thought. I like
fun
that.
thinking. Yeah.
That was good.
Actually, wait a second.
See,
here.
my thoughts were the sheriff or
They're all moving in with the
the
sheriff.
coroner.
Oh shit! What if they? Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
So
See, what I think they might be doing is I think they might be going into the city to unleash, like, hell, basically. That's what they're doing.
So I lied. They would absolutely be going to the pit.
Do you think we would feasibly be able to make that connection? I mean, Irish thought of it, so I,
They are getting off on the exit that would take a person to the pit.
Right.
Okay.
And it is 2 a.m. And what day is it?
Oh shit!
Oh!
Technically Thursday now.
To the pit!
It is Thursday. Let's go to the pit. Okay, pit time.
Okay. You turn around.
For some reason, when you said Thursday, I thought you meant Thursday night. Not Thursday morning.
Thursday night, not...
Well, I was going to make that joke. I was like, whoa, they could go in the middle of the morning, I guess it would be Thursday, but I didn't say it.
So you turn around, make your way back towards the pit on kind of a hunch, and sure enough, you do see the vehicle kind of like slowly park. A couple folks get out and make their way. Now, at this point in time, it's 2:30 a.m. Just so you guys are aware. You see them kind of like make their way out on that ramp and doing their best to kind of like go around the edge of the pit, kind of to where Jesus pointed to where they were working. And sure enough, like you see them kind of like collecting some gear and some other things and kind of like packing things up. Roll me.
Interesting.
Roll me.
Dad, where's Dylan and Piper?
I believe they're outside, buddy.
No, they're not. I looked in the backyard and there's no one.
Oh, now I'm worried. I might need to go see if our dogs are still outside.
Yep, go ahead.
Roll me an alertness check really quick, though, so I can leave you on a small cliffy while I'm doing this. Everybody.
Even me?
Even you.
Oh,
Depresso over there?
Fail.
Fail. Presso who just wants to eat his muffin?
Critical success, Outlaw.
Oh my god. Yep, that's what I thought.
What are you all
The
doing?
outlaw.
Okay, this makes sense.
I'm looking the other way.
Yeah, Willy's consumed with his failure. Aya's looking the other way. Irish is focused on the armored car. Outlaw, you're kind of looking to where they're working from the pit. You swear to God. And it's not incredibly bright. You feel like you see a glow coming from the waters.
No.
I'll be right back.
No.
Aliens!
Aliens!
Oh, there's a dog.
It's there all the time.
It's just sitting there.
Man, I gotta go check on my dogs. Seems Prankster failed his alertness check.
It's okay. No, he'll figure it out.
Big puppy. Big puppy.
Oh. The dog's literally right here. Did I walk past him?
What are you doing? Shut that door and the dog just popped into frame. We were like, damn.
Failed a learner's check.
Yeah, absolutely. Failed alertness check. Yeah, what's funny is even more so, like, I walked outside and Noah's already playing with the dog, playing fetch. So I thought, oh, that's cute and funny. Okay, so that is what you guys see. How do you proceed?
Okay, first up, Sienna, put your phone on silent. Just in case Jesus rings.
Okay, I've put my phone on silent.
Hey there! Let me call it this entirely inopportune time.
These Benthic folk are here. And you might want to come check it out, like shouting down the phone.
All right, so you guys are I'm not saying you're parking right next to them, but you have pulled essentially into the pit area. I suppose I should change the map to reflect that. If I could find it. There it is. And you see... Now you guys are drowning. Now the car is in the water and you're drowning.
Nice drive.
You drive into the water recklessly. You guys are kind of pulling into the parking lot. Your lights are off, as you told me earlier. And you are kind of creeping up on them. They do not appear to know that you are there. What steps are you taking? What are you guys doing now that you're in this location?
I have no fucking idea.
Oh, I don't mean to scare you guys, but like, the water kind of looks like it's glowing.
Now, it's not all of the water. It is the location
like that area, yeah.
Yeah.
Which would make sense if it like originated there, or they put it there, and the heavy metal, and the fact that they kind of, oh my god, oh I hate this. Why wasn't I a scientist? God damn it, Constance.
How many of them is there?
It's a good question. There is about 4 of them.
Well,
And
can you
they
take out 4 people in hand-to-hand combat?
They look like they are like security types as well. So
Never
they
mind.
don't...
But you did say that they were packing stuff up, right?
Yes.
God, I don't even know what to do.
I know.
Since we've got analysis paralysis, I'm going to go ahead and set another timer for us. This isn't as a punishment. This isn't a punishment. This is to help us to move things along. So,
Options we have.
you have your people, and you have this entire area before you. In terms of what you want to do is entirely up to you. You don't even have to do anything. You could just observe. You know?
I need to let my dog out real quick. I'll be right back.
That's fine. I hesitate to say you could do X, Y, or Z because I don't want to give you guys ideas because that takes away the fun of it for you guys. As soon as Irish gets back, though, I'm going to go ahead and start a timer for about 3 minutes.
Okay. In the meantime, don't forget to tick off your fails.
Oh,
Excuse
good.
me, I haven't been failing.
That is
Yeah.
a very,
I haven't
very
been
good
failing
point.
either.
I rolled 1.
Not just this one. What about all the other ones?
No, yeah, I have been. Especially my computer science, which is at 0 right now. Ooh.
Oh, I have an idea.
Oh god. Is there, like, okay, I don't know what Sienna has access to surveillance-wise.
Beautiful.
Why? What are you thinking?
I don't know.
Cool.
Oh my
Trying to get
god.
you to think about what you have and decide something.
Oh my god, Jester redeemed a funny voice. I haven't been able to look at chat the entire time.
Whoops.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Jester.
To be fair, that was a little bit before you did the sheriff thing and the waitress, so, you know.
He did say he'd do 5 gift subs if I kill off Aya.
Jeez.
It seems a little bit harsh.
I don't know.
Because
Could she use one of her hero points to escape death?
half of all the money this channel makes goes towards an orphanage, so literally killing your character would help an orphanage.
Now Jester's put you in a position where you can't win.
wow.
This is like the trolley question to you.
It really is.
Okay. He has pointed out that night vision glasses remove depth perception, which I wish I was aware of.
You know.
Well, we missed it.
You rolled an 86. It's only fair.
It's true. I did roll an 86.
And then you lied to us about the pit thing.
So, honestly,
I'm back.
like, yeah. Awesome.
No, it was a cool.
It was an
hadn't even thought
unintentional
about it,
lie. It was an unintentional lie. There are lies on purpose and there's lies by accident. All right. So, Irish is back. Y'all are back. You have 3 minutes to discuss what you're going to do starting now.
What are we gonna do?
We could just go and confront them.
Oh,
That is an option.
Good.
Ooh. Ooh, yikes. What other options do we have? I mean, we can continue to watch. We can try and, like, look
I wanna
at
know
what
what
they
they're doing.
have and what they're getting out of there.
Here's what I'm going to do to help us while you guys are talking.
Willie could go over there and cry.
It's an option.
We could act like we're infected.
God. They might take us into testing.
Exactly, are we in?
Oh my god. You're 5 steps ahead.
Okay. So, what are the other ideas that you guys have?
I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Okay, currently we have confront
we
them
could-
and continue to watch. What else?
Could try and, if there's anybody sort of separated from the group, try and just kind of corner one of them.
We could.
Oh,
I
there
do
was-
feel like it's important to remind you that the only combat capable person of the 4 of us is Beau.
Hi.
And these are 4 probably armed security people.
We could kill him.
We could kill him.
I feel like it's important for me to remind you the only sort of combat capable person of the 4 of us is Beau.
True, but we
Well, we
do
could.
all have firearms.
We
if We were
could-
to go in there. There's
You
a
know, we
chance
don't
they're
stop.
not going to risk their
We could
life.
call the handler.
What are we gonna say though?
So remember, this is why they called you guys in, is to handle these things. The handler would just say, deal with it.
Handler's a prick.
But wasn't our test to figure out if it was like bioterrorism or something like that?
I'm going to pause.
A potential cover-up.
I am going
like,
to
if we
pause. Oh, go ahead. Continue.
No, I was gonna say I thought the whole bioterrorism thing was like a potential. We could peg it on that. That's what I was trying to get at earlier with the sheriff about like angry people not really liking law enforcement around here. These like,
yeah.
power groups that we could pin it on.
That was a good...
So I was trying to spin it for him because he seems like someone who would be like, yeah, that could be plausible.
I've written your options down thus far. If you'd like to, the ones that you have said out loud, confront them, continue to watch for folks separated, corner one, kill them. I'm just going to go over what the handler said one last time. You are to determine whether Deputy Jacob's strange condition indicates an unnatural threat. That is a threat that is not of this world, otherworldly, something that is not, this isn't like, it's not like your common cold or flu or malaria or whatever. Second thing, if it is an unnatural threat, you are to neutralize it, to destroy that body and minimize human exposure. 3, look for evidence that can justify restricting that investigation as a classified bioterrorism case. That would allow Delta Green to keep the EPA and state investigators and local FBI out of it altogether. 4, there is a couple of groups within the area, specifically White Power, a few anti-government militia groups that could possibly be the fall guy. Having reminded you of the goal, You have 30 seconds left to continue to brainstorm, at which point we are going to choose one of the options, or you're going to proceed however your character would. 30 seconds left. Go.
Are they away from the truck at this point?
Yes.
Are they doing stuff in the lake? So we could go and investigate the truck and see if we can find out who
Oh yeah, that's a good call.
they are. Let's see if there's any
Anyone who is
documentation or anything.
who they can be stealthy enough, go for it. I will. The Constance will not.
Yeah,
She
I
will, she will continue to
think any
watch with
of
like
us
binoculars
are
and stuff.
I really wish I had seen the stealth option when I was making my character.
I mean, I'm stealthy-ish, but I wouldn't say I'm good at stealth. Oh no.
Fuck.
Okay. 3 minutes is up. You have 5 options there. You can choose one of them, break them up, separate, pursue one. It is entirely up to your group to decide what to do next.
We could split up. One team look at the truck, and one team distract them. Keep an eye on them.
I'm going to set
I'm-
another 3-minute timer for you guys to come to a final decision.
Sorry.
It's okay. I want to
tense,
keep us
yeah.
moving.
Yeah. I mean, Constance, very team watch, potentially cause a distraction if bad things happen. Also, I'm not suggesting it, but it does come to mind that we have a thermal charge. Just putting that out there.
We do.
Now, that is one of the...
Thermite grenades.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying we should use them.
Now, to be clear, so you guys are aware of what a thermal charge is. It is not like your basic grenade that explodes in fragments. Because on a frag grenade, it's not the explosion that kills people, it's the fact that all of those like shrapnel goes in, and like the explosion itself is bad, but the shrapnel is generally the worst part of it. A thermite grenade, or a thermite, I think it's grenade, isn't it? Or explosive device. You would know a couple things about the thermite grenades. Actually, would you know anything? I need a demolitions, heavy weapons, or military science skill.
Sorry to have thrown this tangent out as well.
Do any of you have those?
I can do military science.
I have none of those.
Yeah, I have none of those.
What was
Okay.
it? Military science and what?
Demolitions or heavy weapons.
No.
Okay. What is your... Well, I actually wasn't gonna actually ask you to roll.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say it doesn't specify a number for me, indicating
Oh,
that
okay.
this is just information you would know because you have training. You have 6 of them. These are not high explosives. They are meant to destroy material such as engine blocks, armored doors, and the way that they are set, they can actually be utilized underwater as well.
Oh my god.
Okay. Steal stuff from the truck, go underwater and blow whatever the fuck's up
I was
there.
gonna say, if these motherfuckers have an underwater hazmat, oh boy. Okay. I hate to say it, but do you want to try and sneak up and look, see if you can get a tiny bit closer, see what's in the truck?
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
down to
see
try.
if we
I've got
can
really
hear
shitty stealth, but
going
I'm
on.
down to try.
I just really don't want you to die as a cause of it.
So here's the deal: because they
scared.
are not near the truck, their alertness is going to get a dock.
Right.
So that's one part of this that you should consider. They're pretty far away. Also, the conditions. This is a dark area. Give you a boon towards your stealth check because you're
I
hiding in the
have
dark.
night vision goggles too.
Yes, if you'd like to use those, you absolutely can. So you will get essentially a plus 20 to your stealth check, and they are going to get a minus 40 because of how far away they are.
Okay. Yeah.
I say go for it.
Yeah, I'm down to
Yeah,
try.
let's go for it.
Are you cool going alone?
I can go as well, because I reasonably stealthy.
Oh boy. Okay.
Wow, you've got so
I'm gonna
much
watch
faith
them
in
with
me.
my binoculars.
So it sounds like, just so I can get an idea about what the plan is, you're going to be investigating the truck and keeping an eye on them. Is that correct?
I assume
Yes.
Lynas is staying back, right?
What is Lynas
I
doing?
am going to be going with Constance.
Okay, yeah, we're just chilling, watching them keep it. Look, try and see what they have that they're pulling out of wherever they're pulling it out of.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You guys have eyes on them. Let's go ahead and roll this alertness check for them at a -40. And I need you to roll me a stealth check at a +20.
Roll low.
Roll low.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Oh,
90.
you really needed that.
right.
Okay. So,
You're not stealthy at all, Dan.
Nope.
all right. So here is what happens. Irish, you stumble
Yes.
and maybe even like pop open the doors and there's like you can hear, like, I imagine Outlaw and Willie, you guys are looking behind yourselves going like, shut the fuck up, and Beau is kind of like, she just made a lot of noise.
As usual.
As that goes on, they're kind of across the lake. You could see like one of them like pop their heads up and look around, and another one is just like motioning to the other person, and you see them kind of like hit double time to like begin packing things up. Irish, go ahead and roll me a luck check.
Whether you break both your ankles or not.
In their haste to get across as far as they possibly can, the back door of the car was left open. Of the armored truck.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I want to get in and search.
Sure. The things that are obvious that you see, garbage bags. Seems to be 4 or 5 of them. You see on the sides also kind of like these empty, or not empty, you see like boxes that are kind of like affixed so that they can't be like moved around or anything like that.
Can I look in the bag?
Absolutely.
That's a bold move.
You open up one of the garbage bags,
Yeah.
tons of shredded documents.
Oh, the bastard. Fuck.
They gotta tip off them cunts.
Oh, fuck.
Are they like properly shredded as well, or just like ripped in half?
Properly shredded.
Fuck.
That's gonna take some piecing back together.
So that's what you see in the bags.
What about in the boxes?
The boxes are locked. But you do see that they are labeled.
But what are they labeled?
See like a number sign, and it'll say 32B, and then the next one says 36C, and they're all labeled with that various kind of designation, a number with a letter, and the boxes aren't terribly large. In fact, they're probably about the size, except rectangular, not octagonal, of my dice case.
Right. Are they, like, fixed into the vehicle, or can we pick them up?
They are... They are, kind of like locked in.
Right.
There's some type of key or something that you would need to be able to get them free.
Can I search around for a key?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a search check.
Okay.
Don't fumble it.
Come on.
Oh my lord.
Critical success.
I was really just, I thought it was going to be a fumble because every time Beau is searched.
Right.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Anything
Okay.
is better than making noise.
So, you... Trying to think about how to do this. Okay, you're looking everywhere you possibly can for a key, and you don't see one. However, you do come across, like you open up the glove box, just like tearing through this thing as much as you can, and you find what appears to be a newly printed piece of paper.
I will take it.
Sure. Do you read it immediately, or do you just kind of like grab it?
Sure, I'll have a quick scan over it.
Okay, it's not much. In fact, it's just a few lines.
Is anyone else just like kind of scared right now?
Yes.
I'm terrified at how you haven't been caught yet, and I'm waiting for like
Right?
one more minute to pass and you
Yeah.
to be shot in the back.
It's okay, I can shoot him back.
Pew pow.
Pew pew.
Is Sienna looking for anything?
I'm kind of wondering if we can pick the locks on the boxes.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Okay, hold on. There we go. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh boy, BM, what a surprise.
And the contact is most likely the sheriff.
You think?
Willie and Outlaw, you notice
Okay.
that they are getting things all together, and they appear to be walking back towards you all. Aya, what were you doing as well?
I hope looking out for a signal.
Yeah. Yeah, I was keeping an eye out because Beau's, searching the car. and stuff,
Oh,
but
I see. So you're kind of acting as a middle person in between Constance and Lynas to be able to alert Beau.
That was, I mean, that was the hopeful part of them sending two, because then we can try and get them out before
Okay,
they're going to
so
get
then,
seen.
with that said, Constance and Lynas, that's what you see.
I'm gonna just you know, get over here kind of signal. Nothing extravagant because I don't want him to see, but we need Sienna to see.
So you draw Sienna over to your position.
I think she was just signaling, maybe.
Yeah, like get back over here. I would show you, but I don't have a webcam, so.
I imagine, by the way, that entire search scene with Beau, like if we were seeing it from her perspective, we'd see like the green and black from the night vision, and we would just hear like a lot of heavy breathing as it's going on. It'd be creepy as all get out. All right, so what are you guys doing?
Okay, I'm gonna try and let Beau know that she needs to hurry the fuck up and get out there.
Are you like running over towards her, walking over towards her? What are you doing? Yelling at her?
Not running towards her, but just kind of getting close enough to the van that I can whisper loudly.
All right, roll me a stealth check. I'm going to roll an alertness check for them.
I hate everything.
Oh,
Fucks. Really?
roll an 86. Roll an 86. Was it an 86?
No.
You didn't roll with a positive, but it still wouldn't have mattered anyway.
No, I'm rolling so bad.
So you stumble over there, positive that you've made noise. Beau, you hear her. You just have a high alertness. You pop your head out, and Aya says,
We need to go, Beau.
I'll pocket the paper.
you pocket the paper.
I'll pocket the paper.
Okay. And you leave.
And we leave.
And where do all four of you go?
Back to the car.
I am not gonna be at the car, but like hidden near the car, but not at the car, in case they decide to investigate the car.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, so I guess we hide somewhere.
I mean, there's a lot of rocks, right?
They
Best rock impression.
They get to the vehicle. You see like one guy, like four of them running up with all kinds of like what appears to be kind of like equipment.
Yeah, did we manage to kind of pick up what anything that they were carrying, like at all?
You did not tell me you
Watching
were.
them.
Oh, like
yeah.
what do you mean pick up? Like what? Just
just from observing, could we tell what anything was whatsoever?
That's a
I'm
very
assuming
good
it's all
question.
pretty vague anyway, but it was worth asking.
Sure. You see what appears to be a motorized winch system. Do you guys know what a winch is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You see what appears to be a motorized winch system with an arch. Several crates with just no designation on them. Vials. Scientific gear. You do observe that all of these people appear to be armed. They don't appear to have any designation on their persons, just kind of wearing black.
Just like a general security look.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me an alertness check.
Boy. No surprise there.
You want me to roll too?
Yep, and everybody, because you're observing them coming up. Now, you guys have found like a fixed location that you're hiding in. So here's what I'm going to need from you guys. All of you guys roll me a stealth check, but you're going to get a, excuse me, it's dark out. They're occupied. I'm going to have them roll their base alertness, but you're going to get a plus 40% to the roll. Because stealth? I rolled, yes, because I already tried to decide about whether or not they could see the vehicle, and they could not. So Willy, you are successful. Aya is successful. Irish has failed. Outlaw has failed. Okay, let me see what their roll for alertness is.
Everything was going too well.
Okay. So here's what happens. They get up, and they're in such a hurry, and they're focused on just like getting the mission done that they're not entirely what appears to be kind of just like alert. They get to the back of the vehicle, and one of them's like, "Fuck, Frank, you're supposed to lock the goddamn door. What the hell? What were you thinking?" And he kind of like, he opens it up really quick to check. And Irish, you can hear him utter under his breath, "These garbage bags were tied." And he kind of like looks over his shoulder. And he just says, "Stay frosty, guys." And at that moment, Outlaw or Irish, maybe it's like your foot kind of like slips on gravel, right? Maybe you're just not quiet enough or whatever. There is some sound, but you hear one of these people yell, "Who's there?"
No one?
All right, guys, I guess we can go. That's fine. Good job, guys. Good mission.
It's your conscience. Are you sure you want to do this?
Who's there? What's your base alertness, Irish? 70?
70, yeah.
Yeah, you can hear the sound of, you're just honed in, of like somebody kind of like reaching for their gun, or at least putting their hand on it. And you partly know that that's exactly what's happening because that is 100% what you would do if you were in their shoes.
Yeah.
I will be right back. Continue without me. Got it.
Okay.
Man. Don't know what to do. We could pretend that we're on a 4-way date.
People hate PDA. Someone kiss me.
Amazing.
We literally could. It would be so funny.
It's entirely up to you. How do you guys...
worse. 3 women. You make out 2 of you are lesbians. They will fuck off. This is Montana.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to start. I don't want to... we need to make decisions quick. 3 minutes.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I don't know. I don't want to move. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to move.
They know there's somebody here. If they get their guns out and come over to us, we're in a lot of trouble. So we could... I think we've got to get in first and just, guns out,
Pew pew.
out, and
Are
just
you
sort of say,
kidding?
"Oh
my god.
No, don't shoot them. Just point guns at them and just sort of say, "Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you." Stop him reaching for his gun.
We could either do that, or we could do the 4-way date.
I
Okay.
Linus is too depressed. He ratters out.
Can Linus
such
pull
a
off a
failure.
four-way date? Okay. Four-way date is one option. Second option, pull guns out first. Okay, those are the current options that you have said. I've written them down for you guys to consider. What else? What are you, I mean, 1 minute,
we could
49
just-
seconds left.
Get in the car and get out of it.
Could
You know,
just
if they
run
catch a
the car.
plate, we might be fine. I mean, are they going to chase us down though? Because
We're in a
they
truck.
want to get out too. You know what I mean? Like, because they could catch the number plate and try and track us down and send people after. But would they? Because they need to get the fuck out themselves.
Right?
I don't know.
Because they're going to have to explain to their contact that they've been seen.
They have to explain to their employees
And that
that they've
they've-
been seen as
yeah.
well.
Exactly.
They would have a lot to cover up. We may. But best bet might be to, because we're not far from the car, and they, I assume, are a distance from us. Not that far, but we wouldn't have parked right next to the truck, for instance.
Yeah, no. You didn't. I assumed as much.
Yeah, it might be worth trying to just get to the car.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were already near the car.
Yeah,
You're hiding near the car.
yeah.
That's what
We
I
could
was
just get in and drive.
But obviously, getting in the car is going to make noise, and they might pull guns out and go pew pew pew. But you know, they're not going to be super close, so they might not hit us, and we might be fine.
Yeah.
I'm overthinking everything.
30 seconds left. Okay. The options that you have before you are four-way date, pull guns out first, get in the car and run. 20 seconds. Make a decision.
I personally go for getting the car and run.
Yeah,
get in the
let's
car.
get out there.
Okay.
Okay. Linus said to continue to just keep going, so that's what we will do.
Okay. Oh, this is tense, dude.
Car chase, car chase.
Okay.
Car chase number 2.
You guys decide to not say anything and to just get in the car and go as fast as you can.
I assume Beau would give like a little sort of head nudge in the direction, because we're all looking at her for this, because we're scared.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys decide to get in the car and run. So there's going to be no stealth check needed. You just all decide to try and jump in and get and go. I told you that there's 4 security guards. 2 of them are occupied, loading up. Actually, I assume 3 of them are loading up gear, while there's this one that's kind of keeping watch. He yells, "Who's there?" And you guys respond by not saying anything, opening the doors, and just getting in to go. So I need to make a decision about what this guy is going to do. Give me a second. So he hears movement, and he reaches for his gun, and he pulls it. He sees you all get in the vehicle, and just like turn it on, and he's just like, fuck, we've been seen. We gotta go. And so, with that said, you guys have a bit of a bead on them. I need to decide whether or not he's gonna try and shoot you guys.
How bad has his day been up to this point?
It's a very good question. As you guys get into the vehicle to go, he just yells, "Stop! This is the police! Stop!" All right, so go ahead. Is there anything you guys would like to roll in response, or anything that you guys would like to do, or are you just going to book it?
Just gonna book it.
Just go.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck, he yells. And he, get in the car, get in the truck. You kind of hear like, get in the truck as that's going. All right. First off, this isn't the right music. We need something a little bit more, we need something a bit more racy.
So I just want to say, night vision goggles on, no lights.
Night vision. Okay. So as I've been informed, you have no depth perception.
Okay, lights.
Okay. Lights with night vision goggles. So you turn it on, you blind yourself. You're like, oh god! Rip them off. Okay, let's see. I've used this one before. I think it'll work. We'll see if it does. Ooh, kind of like that, but I don't know.
And I'm not. Whenever we stop somewhere and decide to head back to the hotel, I'm not gonna park the car at the hotel.
Yeah, smart.
Okay, first things
But
first.
also, I kind of, after whatever happens, I have a suggestion, but we'll get that.
Okay.
Let's get drive checks from everybody involved. I'm going to roll a drive check on behalf of these guys, and you're going to roll a drive check for Beau.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Critical success, which is great because they rolled a critical success as well.
Oh, shit.
And as per the rules, the tiebreaker is that the higher number wins.
It's gonna be this, isn't it?
They rolled an 11. So in this case, you actually barely beat them. So you squeal out of the parking lot as fast as you can, Beau. I imagine everybody's hearts are like pumping in their chest. They can like feel it as you guys are doing your best to just get out of there. You've become somewhat familiar with this area, and so you take off running as fast as you possibly can. You can see, like, as you're like getting there, you just like blow past the stop sign. The armored truck like comes out, like, and it does like a little fishtail as it comes out of the parking lot, and like begins to follow you. Now you guys are at the pit. You're not too terribly far from Helena, but they are on your tail. You are separating from them. You rush and get onto the interstate as fast as you possibly can. Like you can feel the rumbling. They get on it as well. Go ahead and give me another drive check. And is anybody else doing anything while all of this is going on? Roleplay wise, or what are you doing strategy wise? Anything?
Beau, if you can, don't get too far away from the pit. Just try and lose him.
Okay.
I'm scared.
They rolled a 13. They succeed. And you guys outright failed. So, you get onto the interstate. That's perfectly fine. It is, at this point in time, it's probably, I think we said it was about 2:30 when they left Benthic, which means it was probably about 3 when you guys finally arrive at the area. So it's about 3:30. So it's not terribly congested streets. So I imagine what ends up happening is you're wanting to get into Helena as fast as you can to just like get back into the city.
Lose them in the streets, yeah.
Exactly. But what ends up happening is you don't. You miss the exit. And you're just like, fuck, I missed the wrong, I got the wrong one. So you're going as fast as you possibly can. But you realize now they're in back of you and they are gaining on you.
Okay.
Put your foot down, Beau.
I'm sorry, the rolls are really bad.
Be careful, Beau. They're the police.
Ooh, Car Chase 2017. This one sounds good for what we're trying to do.
Dad,
This is so
My
cool.
children are...
Dad,
Yes, my son.
your beloved son is home.
My beloved son is home. Silas is home from school. Okay, I'll be there in a bit. Can you please turn off the... Can you please close the door, buddy? I'll be out there in just a couple minutes, 15 minutes. You can hear the car rev. Going for. I imagine like what ends up happening is like you get up there, but a car like maybe like kind of like cuts you off. You don't see it, and as a result, like you can kind of hear them like lay on the horns a bit. Just that beep 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 beep, and so you get cut off, and that's part of the reason that they're able to catch up to you. So here's how I'm going to do this. So we are on the same page. I'm going to have It's essentially going to be a best of 5 for driving. Okay? You're currently tied at 1 each, which means that the first group to 3 wins the chase. If they catch up to you, something will happen. If you get to 3 out of 5 first, you will lose them.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. With that said, it's time for another driving check. Somebody's just cut out in front of you.
Oh.
They could still fail. They could still fail worse. It's okay.
It's true. They could still fail worse.
They could roll an 86 and flip their car over.
They rolled a 56, and for their driving skill, that is a success.
Fuck.
Yeah, buddy, what's up? I love you, son. Mwah. Good to see you. Oh, is it raining? Oh no, I'm so sorry, son. I didn't even know. Oh shoot, it is raining. I have a window literally right in front of me, and I didn't even notice.
Wow, there's
Well,
a lot
right
of
home,
on this
son.
this GM. Wow.
Like, I just started walking up the hill. The thing was sunny.
I'm so scared. What if we get caught? I'm afraid.
Okay, you can see them catching up on you, and you can. Is Lynas taking over the wheel? Is that what's going on?
No. Me in the back.
So Lynas is
He's
just
doing
making
his own
driving sounds, trying to encourage.
I think there's something wrong with our doctor.
You'll be a failure like me.
I can
Awesome.
totally do that.
Okay, all right. Time for another drive check. They're winning 2 out of 3. You're at 1 out of 3. Go ahead and roll that drive check.
Come on.
That is a
bud.
success. 30. Ooh, theirs is a fail at 83. Beau, you find a lane. Some cars separate in the road. Probably early morning traffic. A lot of 18-wheelers going. And so you're able to like cut in between two and cut off. It seems like they're trying to get around it, but they are currently stuck in back. It is tied. 2 out of 3.
Down to the last roll.
It's literally down to the last roll.
I'm just
And
gonna
here's what
do
I'm-
it. I'm just gonna do it.
Go ahead and roll it.
Oh,
45. Not bad. Let's see what happens.
You got a 50-50.
Crit fail, crit fail.
what?
Okay, I'm going to show you their roll. I'm going to arrange the dice, though, so it's easier.
He moved the dice. He changed the number.
Oh.
So if you can read
Can't
that.
read it.
It is
92?
92.
They
So they fail on a degree that is far worse than you. And so what I imagine what ends up happening is in their effort to oh man, how bad do I want to make this? That's not a crit fail, so okay, so I imagine in their effort to get around this 18-wheeler, they even like try to get on the shoulder, right? And so they're going on the shoulder, and you go and behind, like you're pulling away from them. You're not entirely certain if you're going to get through, and so what ends up happening is like you barely make it off onto the exit. That's the first thing that happens. But your whole side of your vehicle scrapes alongside of it, and so you can like you can hear like the bending and the clash of metal as that happens. And I imagine like everybody in the car like feels like the weight as you kind of like finally pull back onto the road. They pretty much do the same exact thing, except on the other side of the divider, right? So you guys make it off onto the exit. They make it off onto their side, but because they're on the shoulder, the right side of their vehicle is the one that ends up getting like this huge gash on
They're
it.
not on the road.
You could see like one like open up the window, and you could hear them like yelling obscenities as that is going on. You could see them like doing whatever they can. You guys are effectively in Helena. You know that the next exit is about roughly a mile away. You know that you were just being chased and you escaped. How do you proceed? You seem to have broken away from them.
Drive into the city, and we're gonna ditch the car somewhere.
Okay, you're going to drive into the city and you're going to ditch the car. Is there any particular place you're looking to ditch the car? Or just
Like
Sheriff's
anywhere?
department.
It's
Drop it in the sheriff's department.
That's what I was thinking.
It would be really funny. Let's do it.
Fuck that guy.
Is that what you guys are going to do?
Should we do it?
The sheriff.
I don't know.
So,
what if someone called the
correct
police
me-
and was like, "There's a chase going on"?
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is one of your personal vehicles. Isn't it Beau's personal vehicle?
Yeah.
I think it was one of the militaries because I don't live over here.
I think you drove, but I assume it's like your rental.
It's like it's like a
whatever.
rental or something.
Man, that's gonna be expensive to
Oh,
return.
It's gonna be fine. It'll be fine. Insurance.
Roll me 50% chance to see if you got car insurance. If you unless you think Beau's the type of person that totally would have gotten insurance for the car.
Pretty sure she would have got insurance.
I'm just checking.
Knowing her job,
Okay.
Excuse me. Isn't Beau English in the UK?
Meow.
Do they have insurance over there?
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
All
Yeah, we
right.
do it for when we speed, not drive.
You do.
And we were just doing that.
So you find a way to ditch you find a place to ditch the car that seems to be kind of like out of sight and disappear into the city. Where is it that you guys are going next?
Okay, this is a really dumb suggestion, and I don't know if we should. But I kind of want to go and see if they left anything at the pit, because they were in a hurry. They
So you
saw
wanna
us
go
and they
back?
Oh,
died.
you mean like?
But I
loop
also
back
don't
and-
really want to.
I would also mention
it's so difficult.
at this point in time, I'd like for everybody to roll me a willpower check. I'm thinking. Yeah, roll me a power check. This is to stave off.
I'm fully fine sleeping in the day because I don't really care about seeing the sheriff now.
That's fine. This is to stave off exhaustion.
Oh my word.
I think you should go to
sorry.
sleep, Sienna.
Hold up.
Okay,
I'm not behind the wheel.
Irish, you were able to power through. Oh my God, both that's two critical fumbles. Okay.
Failure.
All right. So
Another Buffett.
Beau and Constance are able to push through. They're able to kind of like get into that inner resolve to be able to operate normally.
Adrenaline.
At least for they're just operating on adrenaline. They got like another hour. Lynas and Sienna, on the other hand, you look back and you can see that they're ready to fall asleep. And how that's going to manifest is that you guys will get, starting now, a minus 20% to all of your checks until you have rested.
Go to sleep.
I think we should head back to the hotel.
But what if they've left something?
Wait. As soon as we get out the car and properly ditch it,
Mm-hmm.
I want to show them the letter.
Okay. So all of you see the letter. Our contact says the feds are sniffing around us. Need to burn the location and files and then take care of loose ends. BM.
What do they mean by loose ends? What do you guys think?
I mean, it could be the fact that they were doing stuff at the pit, and obviously
Yeah.
Jesus. We should call Jesus.
It makes cool music. I really like it.
Oh yeah.
We should probably call him.
because he knows that they were
And
all...
we should. You guys get some sleep.
we-
The first thing in the morning, or me and Beau go check on the coroner. Because the sheriff knew about the coroner, and what if they decide to,
Okay. So I'm hearing multiple things.
So
I'm
we
hearing-
didn't see them kill anyone though. They just picked up a bunch of shit.
No,
They could
But-
go back.
doesn't mean that there's not more of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Constance is pretty sus and into wordplay. Take care sounds pretty bad.
I really need to pee, so I'll be right back.
You're fine. Go ahead. So I'm hearing rest. I'm hearing going to the pit. I'm hearing
Probably not going to the pit because it's late.
Yeah, I'm hearing multiple things. So if you guys want to split up, that's an option as well. I mean, your characters are independent. You don't have to stick together. Generally, it's wise to, but you don't have to. So it's entirely up to you guys to decide how you would like to proceed.
Okay, I think that Lynas and Sienna probably is best if they go get some sleep. But I would suggest we go and check in somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to try and check into another hotel.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That is fine. Helena is a bigger city. You would know it is it's just difficult to get a room past a certain amount of time. So let's go ahead and roll a luck check to see if you're able to find find a hotel that is operating past and receiving calls and reservations and the like, or even open to getting.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll me a luck check. One of you decide on it, and that will determine. Success is there's some hotel that's open and can check you guys in. Failure is no.
Is
Go ahead,
Linus
Sienna.
definitely going to come and have a sleep, or is he just going to carry on regardless?
Linus, Willie,
Yes.
are you going to rest with them, or are you going to stay up?
I fell asleep in the car.
Okay, so with that said, there is no car. I mean,
Oh, that's right. That's right.
they ditched
I
it.
forgot about that.
Yeah, you definitely didn't fall asleep during
Yeah, I didn't
that.
fall asleep in the car. No, I'm going to sleep.
Okay. All right, so
we'll see if we can
roll
find
me
somewhere
that
then.
luck check.
Alright, I'm back.
You're able to find another hotel that is open and willing to take you guys in for the evening.
Wait.
Sienna and Linus pretty much get ready to go to bed immediately, it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Okay. And Beau and Constance, are you guys going to sleep as well?
I don't know.
Your adrenaline is starting to wear off. You are starting to get tired. Fatigue is going to set in, and you will end up having to take a minus 20% to all of your checks as well.
Yeah, I think we should sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. How late are you guys sleeping? Because it is 3:30, probably 4 a.m. Actually, yeah, having to look for a hotel on foot, it is easily 4:30 a.m. at this point in time.
We didn't really get a time from the sheriff when to meet him, did we?
Yeah, I'm not going to meet him anyway. He can get
Yeah, probably
fucked.
not.
He essentially he said to meet up in the morning.
That's cool. Good for him. He doesn't even know where he's staying anymore, little
It's
shitbag.
true.
We'll sleep till 9:30
Yeah.
and then we'll get coffee. Fucking bastard.
So
Yeah.
you're going to sleep
Yeah,
for
but then
5
again,
hours?
Do we want to let him go to the coroner's, you know?
I don't care anymore.
I hope you say.
Okay. First things first. You all decide to go to sleep. Now, we did this last time. Final parting thoughts before you go to sleep, like your characters. Is there anything on their minds? Is there anything that they're focused on? What are they thinking about? What are they feeling?
Figuring out what their potential loose ends could have been and probably making that a priority for tomorrow.
And
you know, things like checking up on-
knew it about
Well,
the
also
sheriff.
sort of checking up on Deputy Jacob's body, checking up on the coroner, calling people that are related to, that may know a little bit about Benthic to make sure they haven't just like scared them off, killed them, that kind of thing.
So Constance has like a bunch of stuff running for her brain. Like, what are we going to
Also-
do next?
Yeah, also wants to call the handler in the morning and be like, this is some freaky shit. We
Okay.
need complete control of it.
Sure. Well, he told you what you guys have to do to get control of it.
Did he?
He did. He said that if you're able to get this labeled as a bioterrorism case, essentially it would essentially get restricted to the national FBI, which would essentially shut out all of the other local jurisdictions.
I mean, we could feasibly, right? I mean,
Yeah,
like one
the
person's
sheriff,
died
yeah.
from this weird heavy metal thing, and the coroner has fallen in love with it. We want to contain it as quick as
Yeah.
possible.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
and we don't want the sheriff involved anymore.
Yeah, hate him.
Okay.
Fucking- no.
So part of that is also going to be, why do you guys? You're going to have to make a case for why you think it's bioterrorism, and the other thing is, bioterrorism implies that somebody is specifically doing this, and so the next question would be who is the current, or who do you think is the who's your main suspect in quotes?
Brent McCaslan, fuck that guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Benthic as a whole. Brent
Okay.
definitely.
They're making people sick so that they can cure them with their drugs. Money making.
Okay. All right. So that's what's going through Outlaw's brain. What about everyone else? What's going through everybody else's brains?
Constance is going a little crazy.
I think we know what's going on in my brain.
I'm a failure.
Poor Lynas.
But he's also thinking about the acid neutralizer and the chelation therapy infusions.
Gotcha. He's thinking about that as a possible cure.
Yeah, he's thinking about that as a possible cure. Maybe
Okay.
as he's sleeping, he's mumbling the acid neutralizer chelation therapy things.
That he thinks it could
Mumbling
be.
it.
Okay. Roll me an alertness check, everybody, just to see if you're able to hear that. Because this might be one way to break him out of his depressive state. Nobody.
Hey, we're more or less.
We get tired, okay? We're in a car.
Yeah, it makes sense. It might be up to Lynas to break himself out.
You know,
Nice
his friends
rumble,
aren't
bud.
here to help him.
His friends aren't here to help him. I like that you keep leaving these bread, like these little trails, crumbs, and it makes perfect
Around
sense
people
for
that
what
have
you're
no
trying to
idea
do,
what you're talking about.
and they just don't hear. It sucks. But you want to know what? It's also very much like a horror movie. Like that is what would happen. Like they're not
Yeah.
listening.
All the
Okay.
foreshadowing.
What about Beau and Sienna?
I think Beau will probably just lay there on the bed, rubbing her dog tags. Just going through the events of the day.
Okay.
Being like, man, I am good at driving.
So good.
Remember, just as a reminder,
Yeah.
remember to
Me.
mark all of the skills in which
Yeah.
you have failed at. We're not gonna roll for a bump this session, but we will roll after next time's session.
And I have only failed alertness.
Really?
Oh, my human
How?
intelligence is gonna go up.
Because I haven't rolled anything because I've been depresso boy.
He's a failure.
Been
Yeah,
It's not just this week, though.
No, I
It's
failed it
obviously.
2 weeks ago, I think.
I was gonna say you failed your
Yeah, I failed medicine,
one.
and then I was able to upgrade my medicine from.
By
that.
the way,
Fair enough.
I am going to. I'm not entirely certain on the rules. I think it's either that a skill can only get as high as 90 or 95. But we're going to need to check on that with Lynas because he's slowly approaching that.
Medicine's at 93.
Yeah. I think we're going to, until I know otherwise, we're going to cap it at 95.
Okay.
Okay.
That still essentially gives it the ability to roll a natural 1, a 5% chance. Okay. And what about Sienna?
Sienna's just kind of concerned about the other people involved. You know, like the coroner. He's not in a good way, and we don't seem any closer to any sort of cure or answers. And just this constant fucking knew it going through her head about the sheriff.
Okay. All right. So you guys all fall asleep. You guys said you're setting the alarm for 9:30 or 10:30?
Oh, I don't know. I threw a timeout. What do you guys think?
9?
Yeah, 9:30.
Mine's not very. Yeah, 9:30 is a little bit longer sleep at least.
You're going to get 4.5 hours. So you still will need stimulants to get through the day, but
Coffee.
you can do coffee. That's absolutely fine.
Hardcore cocaine.
That is an option. That is literally an option. You'll have to find somebody, but that is an option. It actually doubles your ability to stay up longer.
Oh my god.
What is it?
Cocaine.
Dad,
Yeah, it's World War II times.
Okay.
Put them full of meth.
So, you awake from your alarm at 9 a.m. Shortly after, actually, no, you wouldn't. I need to think about this and how we've already set this up. You get a call. Do you have Do Not Disturb on, or do or not?
Who were they calling? Because I told Sienna to put her phone on silent last night.
Yeah.
That's true. I think Sienna,
And
you
Sienna's
have.
been the one that's been giving her number out.
Yeah.
Sienna, would you have turned? Do you think you would have had the? You know what? You were tired. We're gonna leave it up to a luck check.
Oh,
50%.
I don't want you to hear the phone.
50% chance that you 1 to 50 you hear it. You had the presence of mind to turn Do Not Disturb off. 51 and higher, it's still on.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me a luck check, Sienna. You do not hear it.
Wait, 69.
Oh my god, it is! It's 69!
Does that mean she gets to choose if she did or not?
That means that's the best possible result. So, if it's the best possible result... Oh, man.
They don't call till 11 a.m.
You know what? Actually, that makes a lot of sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. Okay. Best possible result. You wake up from your alarm at 9. You're able to kind of get the sleep out of your eyes. You're able to get enough I can't believe you rolled a 69. You get enough rest to Sienna where you feel rested throughout the day. After about 20 minutes of being up, you get a phone call. First one is from Eric Hayes. And he essentially is like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't get over there early like I did yesterday. Hope you guys hope that's okay. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to. Just had some things that have been coming up and family stuff and that whole thing. But I went by the hotel and you guys weren't there, so I don't know where to meet up with you guys."
Okay. By voice, I'm not on the phone. I think it would be Sienna on the phone, but by voice, can you do a human check? Or is
Yes,
that purely
you can.
a body language kind of
You
thing? Okay.
you can do a
I suggest
human
that.
check on the phone. Yeah, if you'd like to, Sienna, you can.
Yeah.
Sure.
Family stuff kind of sucks, Eric.
Family stuff.
I was actually going to be giving you a negative 20% because you were listening over the phone. You couldn't look for body language. So just to confirm that that's what I was doing, you feel like he's telling the truth. Like just stuff came up, and for whatever reason, it fell through. And he just wants to meet up with you. You do not sense deceit.
Should we get him to grab us some breakfast
Tell them
and
to
bring
buy
it to the
us so
corridors?
much coffee, like super strong espresso. But yes.
Okay, so I'm going to ask Eric if he can grab us a ton of coffee and some breakfast and bring it over to the coroner's place.
You got it. I'll meet you on over there. A little weird that you want to eat there, but that's fine. Okay. Best possible result.
Thanks,
so
Eric.
Eric is totally cool with you guys being late, and he's just grateful that you are okay that he is late and he's bringing you food. Best possible result. Okay, that roll is over. 5 minutes later, you get a second phone call, and it is from an unknown number, and it just says, "Dad says, don't cook that meat today. You know, all that meat you were going to cook. Put it on ice and store it in the garage." It's a text message, actually. The garage you visited the other day, he'll pick it up tomorrow. Similar to your other things, you feel like this is from an oblique code given by your handler.
Can you type that out real quick?
Sure.
I'm assuming that relates to the
Gar-
body.
Oh, okay. See, the meat part was better. I was confused
putting
about the garage
body
we
on
visited
ice
the
and
other
then
day.
pick up.
I would have thought green book.
Oh, yeah, could be.
So, I mean... Body in the... I don't know.
Okay. It's a text you get. And now we're getting ready to bring things home with an end for our session for today. First things first. I need one moment. I have to send out some messages.
Okay, I don't like it when he has to send out messages.
scared.
That's scary.
Okay, that's one.
Messages is just, you have whiplash from the
Could
car
be
chase.
talking about Benthic.
Okay,
Okay.
I have sent a message. If you guys would please check your messages. Okay.
Oh, 3 people. Windows. Wait, no. Roblox? Real life.
Okay, I need to make some more rolls.
Where's Bear? Bear?
First off, okay. Secondly, okay.
Didn't like that. Didn't like that noise.
Okay.
Very.
I can't believe that car chase came down to the last roll.
Oh, I
That
know.
was
Right?
crazy.
It's like something you see in
And then you
movies.
both failed.
Wait, how did I die? Oh, wow.
Man, I feel like we nearly died today.
You died from my driving.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah, we're gonna have to not use your car now.
Yeah, we'll have to use
I guess
yours.
I'm driving it. Or you can drive it, I don't care. Yeah, I don't have a drive skill.
Level 50.
Okay. Cool. Other thing. Okay. So you wake up. Man, a bunch of stuff happens at the beginning of a new day, guys. So my apologies. You have gotten a text message from an unknown source. You've gotten a call from Eric Hayes. Your phone rings again, Sienna. I feel like Sienna.
Says bear's close.
Oh, yes. That did happen. Oh, wow, that's right. Okay, cool.
I'm not gonna lie, that didn't sound cool.
I'm so sorry for our people who are following or who are watching. I'm being really quiet right now and reserved, and part of it's because I have to do this secretly because that's the fun part. And plus, I think it'll be fun for you guys as things come over time. Okay, cool. I believe I'm remembering this correctly. Okay.
Where's Rick Log? Huh? Where's Rick Log? East there. So that's the Bob.
Honestly, I feel like so much happened, even though, like, not actually that much happened, that I didn't even remember that we had dinner with the sheriff late in today's session.
Yeah.
Completely
Okay.
forgot that.
Finally, the final thing that happens is you get another phone call, Sienna. You
There's two people that
how do I phrase this? It is from the sheriff.
Oh, yay. My favourite person in the whole world.
And he's trying to get a hold of you. What do you do? Do you answer the phone call or not?
Yeah, but I'm gonna put it on speaker.
Okay, you put it on speaker. I'm gonna roll a luck check. Lucky. 47. That means it's in your favor. Hey, are y'all coming or what? I thought we were gonna meet up here at the coroner's house. You said you wanted to show me something.
We're on our way.
All right. Why doesn't everybody describe to me how they look, what is kind of going on this morning as you wake up? You didn't get a ton of good sleep, so how's everybody feeling? Your characters.
Don't tell my location.
Beau's just sitting on the end of a bed drinking a coffee.
Okay.
Constance is not used to not getting enough sleep, but generally fine. Probably taking some painkillers for a wicked headache from being in a car chase, but you know. Other than that,
Okay.
generally not a great mood.
Okay. Everyone else?
Yeah, feeling kind of rough. It was a long day yesterday. Not had a lot of sleep. And I just got a call from the sheriff, so that's put me in the best mood ever.
No, he's not killing me. I don't
Willie?
know that. If he catches me, he'd be like, here. Stop. I need
Chilling in
to
bed.
see. Oh my gosh.
Chilling in bed. Okay. Alrighty. You all get your things together, and I'm about to end things for us here in just a minute.
I was afraid of what the luck roll was.
Do we understand what the text message was? What it meant?
Um,
I'm so
that is a great question.
You're so close to what?
Because I've got a few theories like running around in my mind, and I just don't know which one it is.
I mean, we talked about a few of them. We probably need to like actually brainstorm and figure it out.
Okay, let me double check here.
Did someone invite us to a barbecue and I forgot about it?
Vote. Why didn't you vote? We could have done the.
All right. So, what are your theories about this text message?
It could mean something like this is just like what I'm thinking. Maybe something to do with Benthic or my mind's doing a blank now. Trying to explain
Yeah,
shit.
see, I wasn't 100% on the meat part. The garage part, I thought green book. And the first thing I said was about the body.
The body, yeah, Jacob's body.
So,
Or the garage could mean the garage at the coroner's place.
so
Could.
I'm actually. You guys are able to figure it out. Normally, if you don't, I could give you guys a hint, but you guys got it. You believe that the intent. One, you believe this is from your handler. Two, you believe the intent that he's trying to convey is that you are to collect the boys. You are to collect the deputy's body and find a way to store it safely in the green box for collection later.
Right.
And we've got to take it past that woman that was staring at us last time.
Okay, as that goes on, you head out. I imagine you give Eric a call to tell you to meet up with you at the coroner's office or the coroner's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You meet up. Eric meets up with you there. Oh, okay. Okay. And at the very bottom of the screen, to go back to our stuff, it says Thursday, 9th of March, 2017. And it says 10 a.m. because that's when you finally arrive at Eric's house, or not Eric's, the coroner's home. The sheriff is there, and he greets you, and he's like, well, sure glad to see you all again.
Constance is gonna have the fakest smile just the entire time. Like, just almost too nice.
Love you, buddy. Sounds good. Yeah.
Are we all going to turn up in like full hazmat as well? Just for the fun of it.
That's up to you
If
guys.
you guys
Just
want
to
to,
really wind
I'm
the
not gonna
sheriff
go
up.
in, but sure.
Yeah, how
Yeah,
is
but let's
everyone
do it
dressed?
Anyway.
I assume Lynas will.
It has.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hazmat. Hazmat stuff. Okay. You tell the sheriff we've got the keys. We're going to go inside, and you go in, and you see Coroner Halsey just looking like.
Hold on,
just
before we go in, are we giving the sheriff any mask, like any kind of protective equipment?
it's up to you guys.
No, that's
Didn't you
what I'm
tell him
asking about.
yesterday that you should probably wear a mask and stuff?
Did, yeah, but he's stupid. So, because if he's not, I already wasn't actually gonna go in, but I can give him the big mask kind of thing, and he can go and have a look.
Well, I think we should let Lynas go and check inside first.
Yeah.
You know,
Probably the
Before-
best bet.
either of them goes in.
Yeah.
but I'm gonna come inside as well.
Yeah, I'll go inside too.
Oh, I guess I'll just stay outside with the police department and smile at them.
Yeah, just keep that.
I'm gonna shove my
that
face full of
smile.
food. There you go.
Okay, so Constance stays on the outside. You guys, Lynas hazmat's up, gets in a hazmat suit. Who's putting on masks again?
Oh yeah, definitely masks. Definitely
Definitely
masks.
masks. Definitely cover up. Definitely masks. Okay, cool. And you guys go in. Need to roll for something. Okay. Coroner Halsey just looks absolutely terrible. Lying in bed. He looks really, 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 really bad. Really bad. And the sheriff's like, holy shit, we need to get him to the hospital. He doesn't look like he's in good condition. And Halsey's just kind of like in and out of consciousness.
Just need to find the skeleton. I think you have
No
to
hospital.
If you mix it up, you have to go get that thing again. So you do
What do you mean, no hospital? He looks like he's gonna die.
He's super contagious.
just do not kill Sass. He has all
Contagion for.
do not
He's just got
fine, go.
contagious for what?
Blood after, okay?
I don't know. You just said he looks like he's about to die. So if he's super contagious, should we get the entire thing to hospital?
Well, if I mean, I'm just saying, like, what leads you to believe this is contagious? Because the hospital would be a place to take care of sick people, right? You are a doctor, correct?
I am, and as my failure of a doctor, my expertise thinks that that we should leave him here because he's super contagious. He got
Okay.
it from the dead body.
Then what can we do for him? He got it from Jacobs.
All we can do for him is you stop being in our fucking way.
So I thought Jacobs just died of heavy metal poisoning.
I mean, he did, but he's contagious of something.
Okay, but you're a doctor, so you are going
Failure
against.
of a doctor.
Okay, you're a failure of a doctor. So then why would I even listen to you if you're a failure of the doctor when this man's own report said it was something else?
Do
Isn't
you
it-
want to put other people at risk on just on a hunch that he's fine, he's not contagious?
Well, if he's infectious, then we need to get him to if it's an infectious thing, they can deal with that. They can ward off a room. They can wear hazmat stuff themselves. We can take care of it there. But leaving him here, even if he is infectious, you're essentially saying that he should just die.
I'm working on a cure. I thought I had one and I failed.
So you're
Go ahead.
working.
I need a rock. I already got a
'Cause
rock.
I'm a
Oh.
failure.
Just you? Why don't you work with the other doctors?
Oh yeah, I have to do it in order. Okay, so Barry.
That's what you do, right? Whether it be vaccines or other related. He
Are
needs.
you a doctor? I don't think you are, so let the doctor do his stuff. He knows what he's doing.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll persuade.
Fuck!
Any of you guys, because I'll let you choose who's gonna roll because you guys are. This is a group conversation you're having with him.
Who's good at persuade? I'm not.
I'm outside, but Sienna's the best for persuading.
Beau's always the one that leads the charge on like whether an action should be taken to persuade. So that's always why I'm like.
I know. I got 30.
Got 43.
I don't like this decision. I feel like we're leaving him here to die. He looks like he's going to die.
Because I have a 2% chance.
If you've got a solution, and he goes over to you, Willie, and he kind of like puts his finger in your chest and he says, you better take care of him now because this man is on death's door.
Well,
If
There
only
might be
someone had given
something,
us
but
Brent's address.
I don't know if it's gonna work. Cause this last time I just made it worse.
Linus,
I'm sorry. You
Keep
made
it
it
together,
worse? What did you make worse?
Linus.
I'm just a failure.
What?
No,
What
no,
did?
no.
What did you make worse?
Okay, Sheriff, listen, Sheriff. Vaccines. Everyone knows it takes a couple tries to get better, right?
Yes.
Everybody knows that. Exactly. Let the doctor do his stuff. He's not a complete failure. He failed once. He will get it.
Okay, I get that he's working on it, and that is great. But this man does not look well, and he needs to get
We
better.
know that, and we're trying
not
to
well.
help him.
A
We are
vac-
trying.
Yes, and a vaccine is preventative. Meaning that if I already had smallpox and you gave me a smallpox vaccine, I'm not going to automatically get better. I still need medical attention.
He's getting medical
You know
attention.
what? This is the
Two
first
different
time I've
types
had
of
respect
vaccine.
for the sheriff because for 2 sessions I've been like, antidote, not
Okay.
Alright, I'm working on an antidote.
Okay, well then you better get it on him, because he is he does not look well.
I'm just scared. The first time I did it, it didn't work, as I'm a failure.
That's how they work, though, Linus.
Really quick, I'm gonna do
You
something.
know.
Oh, this one, I have an idea, but
Man,
I
Linus
don't know.
talking is just like like digging a hole.
The sheriff slaps
Trust your
Linus.
ideas, Linus.
The sheriff slaps
God.
Linus across the face,
Got a hammer.
and he succeeds.
Wow.
Succeeds in what? Slapping me?
At slapping you. You will take 1 hit point of damage from him slapping you across the face. And he just looks at you and he says, "This man is about to die. You are a doctor. Do your effing job."
Oh boy. Oh, Beau, throw him out. Let me at him. Drag his ass out here.
Yeah, I will. I'll
I'm
start
gonna,
ushering him out the door.
before they do, and I'm gonna gather myself, kind of stand up a little bit straighter than I have been, because I've been kind of slumped over, and I'm gonna be like,
Side look.
okay,
What do I know?
I'm gonna try.
I have officially just wasted my
Good.
energy from running from
As for this,
there. Time to go upstairs.
I don't know entirely what's going on here. I don't know why there's 1,000 plastic battery casings over there. But this is weird. I don't know why I see paint smearing on the floor. Do I need to bring in deputies to assist you?
No.
No, what you need to do is let us do our job and give me Brent's address.
You could
Guys, look, I'm using
go get me some acid neutralizer and some chelation therapy infusions.
So Tums, or Alka-Seltzer. Eric,
Yeah,
go give him some Alka-Seltzer. And Eric
need the other
nods
stuff
and goes,
too. The chelation therapy infusion.
I don't know what that is.
You can go to hospitals and get it.
Then why not?
It's more of a risk taking him out of this room than it is leaving him here. We need to keep him enclosed in a space. If we take him out, it could get everywhere.
I don't even know the first person I would ask about that, and I don't know exactly what you would need. And Lynas, to kind of piggyback off of what he says, you're correct. Like, you have the idea about what you need to do. Chelation therapy, it's an infusion.
yeah,
Like, so
it's an IV bag.
It's an IV. Yeah, it's a medicine that you would pass through an IV bag that would go into somebody.
Yeah.
And so So you know that the side effects of that also, chelation therapy, can be like dehydration, kidney damage, reduced blood calcium, and other possible allergic other things. So, yeah, the sheriff he's kind of like, he doesn't know where to help with that particular part.
Dang it.
Is it worth asking him if we can keep, as much as I hate babysitting him, keep Eric for the extra car for Lynas and his medical stuff? Because it's not like we can use Beau's one.
Why? Where's your other vehicle?
I'm not saying this out loud.
Yes.
Oh, got you.
So not near the sheriff.
That's fair.
I mean,
okay.
he didn't know that we had 2 cars. We've only ever had 1 out.
Yeah.
That's fair. No, he knows you have 2 vehicles.
No.
He knows
For-
everything.
For starters, because you would have had to have arrived here in a different vehicle than the other one you were driving. So that's a simple logical deduction that he could make.
Well, also, we did that first day. We did take
I called
both
an
cars to
that's
separately to the sheriff.
You actually Uber everywhere. It's really
we
easy to
Ubered.
trace us.
All right. Why is it that you want Brent's address so bad? What is the
You see this sick dying man that you seem to not want to die?
Yes?
Might fucking help.
Why would it help?
We think he knows where this heavy metal poisoning is coming from. What is causing this illness?
You think Brent knows what is causing this illness?
Yeah.
Can't hurt to question him.
It can. What is it? Why? What is your reasoning? If you can't give me a reasoning, then you can't get his address.
Oh.
My brain is doing a blank right now.
No, I'd say something. I just don't know whether I should say
I
it.
know.
Say it.
He looks at you and he just says, "Get this man better." And he probably storms out of the house.
I have a question before he goes.
Yes,
Lynas knows that you need both of the things, right?
correct.
At the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
One, essentially, the chelation therapy binds to heavy metals, essentially starving the
Yeah,
fungus.
I remember this discussion. Just making
Yes.
sure, like,
But if you... Yeah.
Okay, so anything else?
Yeah.
What?
We cannot do this treatment until we get both parts.
Just break it. Anyone.
Then get both parts.
That one. Skills I got clearance card 2 and clearance card 1.
Can't go and get the chelation therapy for me.
I don't even know who to ask for chelation therapy. Do I look like a doctor?
Can I get like some casting so they don't question why I'm getting it?
You have, and he points to a badge on your coat, the FBI. You have a badge that says FBI consultant.
Side.
You could walk in there.
I meant the red and the yellow part. Oh yeah.
Don't worry, Linus. We'll get it. We'll get it, Linus.
I forgot I'm a failure.
And then he looks at
No.
he looks at you and he says, he looks over at you and he says,
No, wait.
"Son, everyone fucks up. Shit happens. Deal with it. Man up and keep going.
Yeah, right.
Or I'll slap you in the face again." Before he leaves.
Am I starting to like the sheriff?
No.
I broke one too. So that will be. Did you break one?
No, you're right. Absolutely not. He still won't get us a fucking address. But you know what? Eric
conflicting-
seems to take the coroners in. I'm gonna push that button while I can.
Conflicting feelings about the sheriff.
No.
So what button are you pushing?
Oh, when Eric gets back, I'm totally gonna try and persuade him to get the address for us.
Got you. Okay, so really quick check-in, because we are past the time that we would normally end, and I don't want to keep everybody's time. I want to be respectful of that. So let's. I'm gonna wrap things up just by giving us a big idea of kind of what's going on. All right. You've gotten a message from your handler talking about what to do with Deputy Jacob's body. You have Coroner Halsey, who is in here in front of you, dying. You have the sheriff, who's very frustrated and angry. You have this crazy interaction that Outlaw had, that Constance had, where she just doesn't remember this handing over this thing. Right, guys. You have got this glowing in the water at the pit. You're not entirely certain what's going on. You had a car chase last night, and this company, the Benthic company, is up to something. A lot's gone on, and some stuff's gone on behind the scenes without you guys knowing.
Oh boy.
I'd like to remind you guys about Coroner Halsey's house as long as you are there. Just to remind you, there is the garage filled with lead paint that Beau has tightened down. There is the fridge with bottles of dirty water. There are the cartridges, and you have your normal house as well with its regular furnishings. Seems like things might be getting out of control.
Skylar's blocking us.
With that said, we'll go ahead and end our session with a long, slow, zoomed-in shot to Coroner Halsey's face, with the screen fading out, with the yellow type at the bottom saying, Thursday, March 9th, or 9th of March, 2017, with a clock ticking, which says 10:30, and then like the next second ticks over, the next second ticks over, the next second ticks over, before it totally cuts out. And that's our session.
And that was a
Man.
We're
Right.
all gonna die.
11 failures. That's crazy.
So, if you guys would like to say bye to those who are watching, feel free to.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. And we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
There's a drop in those failures left and right.